harder than ever before for the next 38 days. And if we do, we will re-elect President Trump. Thank you very much.
From Pennsylvania's 10th Congressional District, please welcome Congressman Scott Perry.
Well, hello. I just want you to think about something right now. I mean, I know the Jumbotron was on a couple minutes ago. You saw the president at the White House. Helicopter is lifting off the White House lawn. It's a couple-minute flight to Andrews. Airplane is Air Force One, sitting there running. President's going to walk up and salute and up the ramp, and in about 20 minutes, it's going to be taxiing down.
Okay, so actually I have an update for you. That is not correct. Not to interrupt, but the president has not left for Joint Base Andrews just yet.
That door in the front, he's going to be standing right behind that door as the aircraft parks right here, standing solid and strong and somber and getting ready to come out here like a prize fighter. And that door's going to open. You're going to hear the music, you know. President's going to come cruising on in here. The guy that we elected in 2016. Now, I'll tell you, you know this as well as I do. We are tired, and we were tired. We have been tired of politicians, people that ran for office in the primary said this, and then the general said that, and when they got elected, did something totally different. And then Donald J. Trump showed up and taught everybody in the country what it means to serve. We are here. You are here to remind this president why we love him, why we elected him, and why we're going to elect him again. You're here to remind him that he's the first president that's been willing to stand up to the communist government of China. You're here to remind him that he is the first president in modern times to stand up for our country abroad, not apologize, to stand up for our working people in our country, to stand up for our police, to stand up for our flag, and to stand up for taxpayers that are paying the burden every single day. The president knows this. Now, the media, he's going to stand, you just know what's going to happen. He's going to stand here tonight, and he's going to point back here, and he's going to tell you that they don't look at the crowd, and they don't tell the truth. And you know he's right. You know he's right. They know he's right. This president has accomplished more in 47 months than Joe Biden accomplished in 47 years. And they can't stand it. They can't stand it. Now, I will tell you this. You remember election night in 2016? I remember it at 10:30. Well, we all knew. Everybody here knew we were going to win. The president was going to win Pennsylvania. We all knew. But the media, remember election night where their faces all started shrinking down and they couldn't stand it? And they would not say it. They would not say it. Took till about 2:30 in the morning, and Pennsylvania came through and threw the president over the top. This, you, right here, is ground zero. Ground zero, right here. Even more so because I will tell you, you know this is happening in Pennsylvania. They're trying to create chaos. They're trying to create chaos. They want this thing to be unknown on election night, on election week, on election month. And they want it to go to the Electoral College. I'll just tell you this. Pennsylvania is in the middle of that fight in the Electoral College. Pennsylvania, if it goes to that, will be the state that breaks the tie. Will be the state that breaks the tie. But it's not going to go to that, is it? It's not going to go to that because there's going to be an overwhelming victory in Pennsylvania, and they're not going to have to wait till 2:30 in the morning. We're going to know about 8 o'clock at night. We're going to know, right? They're not going to admit it, but we're going to know what happened in Pennsylvania and across the country. We've got to do our work for the next 38 days. We've got to put a smile on our face, tell our friends, tell our colleagues, tell our neighbors around the world, these folks back here want us all to shut our mouths. They want us to be scared. Look around, folks. They tell you that Americans hate each other, that they don't agree with each other. Look around. This This, you, are America. This is the America we love. The America what we're going to fight for, and the America that's going to vote and elect Donald Trump again. God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, just a reminder, we are going to have Grace, Zoe, and Liz any second now. I'm waiting on them to be available. There is a lot of media here today for this, I guess because of the announcement of the Supreme Court pick. This is a huge crowd here in PA. I'm going to ask the cameraman to move the camera in just a second and show you the huge overflow crowd. We want to thank all y'all for joining us today. Let's share this stream. Let's get the word out there. Our SBN is going to be live the entire night. The president has not left on Marine One yet, headed to Joint Base Andrews. Stand by.
Riverside Broadcasting. We are here in Middletown, Pennsylvania. We're about an hour and a half out from President Trump's speech. He'll be landing around 7:30 p.m. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And we are live with Zoe Sozo and Liz Willis. Hello, ladies.
Thank you, Grace. Yes, I'm excited to be here, guys. Once more, you all saw the festivities yesterday, hearing from our president, and again, we will hear from him tonight at 7:30 if he is on time as scheduled. Of course, you guys were able to view his nomination for the Supreme Court Justice, and that is Amy Coney Barrett. And I think us conservatives were really happy and pleased with his choice, and we think that she would do a great job establishing justice and following the law without emotional insight, I would say. But I'm happy to be here, ready to hear from our president tonight. Looking at the crowd so far, it's pretty much, I would say, about the same amount of people as last night. If you look outside as well, well, of course you guys can't look outside, but looking outside as well, people are still lining up, of course, and people are still checking in. Even behind us right now, people are filling in, and as you all probably saw earlier, here on the side and right behind us as well, people are already filled in and ready to go. Ever since, actually, when we got here this morning at around 10 a.m., a lot of people had already been lining up. So, of course, each and every rally that we go to, you guys see it firsthand. You see the crowds that come and gather. You know, we're all excited to be here to hear from him and the many other speakers that he might have as well tonight. So, yeah, I'm happy. Liz, is there anything that you would like to add as far as what you're anticipating for tonight, or any words?
No, I'm looking over President Trump's press pool notifications right now, and we don't have anything coming in. Wi-Fi is a little sparse here in this rally location. So bear with us as we get those emails coming throughout the day. We're going to give you updates from the White House, from President Trump boarding Marine One to Joint Base Andrews to board Air Force One to eventually land on this tarmac right behind us. Well, he will disembark Air Force One and join us on the stage right behind us. Again, he is scheduled to begin his remarks at 7:30 p.m. And I think he's going to have a lot of energy with him tonight. Again, this was a historic moment for him to have the honor, the ability to appoint his third Supreme Court justice, the first woman he has appointed since taking presidential office in 2016. And he seemed excited. She seemed excited. She seemed honestly very level-headed. And she was really honest with how busy she knew she was going to be, how busy she already is as a mom of 7 children. Absolutely unbelievable. She mentioned she doesn't get much sleep as is, but that her husband really takes over the household, works very hard. And I thought it was really nice. The cameras actually focused on the family for a little bit. You could see them sitting next to First Lady Melania Trump. The girls were stunning. I could only see like a few of their faces, but they were just like grinning, smiling from ear to ear. So they looked so proud of their mother. I, for one, am always proud of my parents, but I cannot imagine being able to sit there. I believe she's the first Supreme Court Justice nominee to be nominated with school-age children. So I have to fact check that, but it's pretty sure that's it. And that's incredible. Imagine being able to sit there, school age, you know, you're able to comprehend what's going on, and your mother was just appointed to the Supreme Court of the United States. So it's really an incredible day for not just women, but the United States. Another barrier. I think we're killing it, and I'm excited to see President Trump bring that energy. I hope he might bring Amy Coney Barrett with him here today. I think that'd be a great idea. I don't know if it's going to happen. Do you think it's a possibility, Grace?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he would bring her along, because I think it would seem too much like pandering a little bit.
Campaign, Supreme Court.
Yeah, there's a difference for sure, and I think the left would have a field day with that, but obviously we'd love to see her. And my favorite thing about her speech was that she seemed so genuine when she was talking. She didn't have like talking points or anything like that. She was just honest, like you said, about herself. So I really loved that part.
Thank you, Grace. Just want to add to what you were saying. Yeah, I got to catch a little bit. We were heading in to come here for you guys, but I was able to catch a little bit of her speech as well. And just she seemed very honored and humbled to be there. And going back to what Liz was saying about being a mother of 7, I'm a mother myself of 1, and I'm already like talking about being tired, and and it's just like it's encouraging to see people like that, women like that, who have the positions that now she has, and who are able to be not only a mother, but to be able to commit and to I would say to contribute her time to the American people, So it's really encouraging to see. We need more people like that, filling these seats, strong conservatives, strong people who are going to uphold the laws and not, like I said, go off of emotion and off of, personal, beliefs and whatever. But, you see how liberals now, prior to today, they were trying their hardest to prevent our president from nominating or in selecting a Supreme Court justice. Because why? Because they want to ultimately, obviously, have control of that. But they know that conservatives would have leverage over the Democratic Party with this being done. So by God's grace and a lot of prayers from you guys, from us, from people who have their eyes and their hands on Trump praying for him, God already took care of that, and obviously it was within his plan, and she is going to fulfill that seat and do her job the best way she can. So I'm really happy for the events and things that have been taking place. Also, last night, President Trump announced the new platinum plan for African Americans here. I was going over on Facebook and my social platforms. Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible.
African Americans are mad.
Everyone is mad.
$500 billion to their communities.
Exactly. So, all this time we've been complaining about, they've been complaining about, our president, your president, for one. Your president is not doing anything for the black community. Okay, here's this plan. What else? I made a post that said, all right, guys, what else do you have to complain about, basically? He has this out, and all you have to do really is to vote for him. He's already proven over and over again what he is capable of and how he puts the American people first, So it's really encouraging to see him do things like that, and especially for the black community. All we have to do is educate ourselves and just open our hands and receive,
One of the comments on your Facebook post regarding the platinum plan, a guy said this is a bad look for President Trump. What?
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. So how is this a bad look? How is President Trump looking out for black African Americans? How is that a bad look? They going back to what I was saying about how they were complaining, prior to that. Our president is not focusing on the black community. He doesn't care. No, he has proven over and over and over again that he does care, okay? We have all-time record low unemployment in the black community. Him pointing out the fact of what we were talking about last night as far as abortion, like I said, abortion, but how Planned Parenthood strategically places abortion clinics in low-income areas in order to target the black Americans. So all of these truths and lies or whatever, all of this is being revealed right now. All we have to do is just, like I said, educate ourselves, look out for these things, and just not be deceived by doesn't matter what candidate or what party you're on, just do your research, and don't be deceived by the lies.
If he actually wasn't doing anything for the African American community, that would be bad.
Oh, you mean like Joe Biden?
Maybe that is a good campaign strategy because they support Joe Biden.
Yeah, and going back to Joe Biden, we see
Black Biden.
You say you called him what?
Nickname. You ain't Black Biden is my nickname for him.
Exactly. You ain't Black Biden. I made a meme about that not too long ago when he mentioned about, you're not black. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. I'm like, oh, didn't know I lost my skin color just because I am not voting for, Joe Biden.
I think that was your status. I think I remember seeing that.
Exactly. So all of these things to say, we are proud of our president and what he is doing. We're excited to hear what he has to say tonight to the American people. I'm sure he's going to reiterate his plans for America and what he wants to do once he wins his second term. So, I'm really happy to hear from him tonight. But again, looking at the crowds, everybody seems to be coming in here steadily, I would say. But the crowd, everyone still seems to be, kind of anticipating, kind of calm. We've been blessed, first of all, because it was kind of raining earlier, and we had the mist, and we were kind of talking about our hair, girls. But now the weather's clear, prayerfully tonight we won't see any signs of rain or anything like that, and clear skies for Trump to come in and make his grand entry. So I'm really happy about that too. So Grace, we were talking earlier about some political things that you're doing personally, and just kind of we want to introduce yourself to those who might be tuning in and might not know anything about you. Grace is new here on Right Side Broadcasting Network. She's newest member of our team, as well as many others, as you guys have seen. But I'm excited to work alongside of her because also not only are we now co-workers, I would say, but we are ambassadors with Turning Point, and so that's where we met at one of the women's leadership events, and then several other events that they had. But Grace here, she's a really genuine, sweet person. She's also started, she's going to elaborate some more, but started her own organization to reach out to her young peers, like young women, you know, who are wanting to, I guess, know more about the conservative movement and educate themselves. So, Grace, you want to elaborate on that a little more?
Yes, thank you for having me on. I always like to say thank you because this is such an honor to be working with Right Side Broadcasting, and I love it. This is actually my third campaign rally with Right Side, and only in a week. So I only started doing this a week ago, so take it easy on me, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Grace Saldana, and I work at a company called Freedomwire, which is basically a website for conservative news. So I write articles for them, I report for them. So I basically do all online journalism. So you guys can find them at freedomwire.com. All my articles are there. That's how I know so much research and stats and stuff like that. But aside from that, I also work with Turning Point with Zoe and Liz, of course, and I love going to those events. They're so much fun for young women. And speaking of young women, I have a website called The Republican Girl. So that is my platform I started to inspire and educate young Republican and conservative women, because there's nothing else like it. Frankly, there's nothing else out there for young girls to like have a resource to find everything they need to back up their arguments and inspire them to keep going, because politics is hard, you guys. It's hard to get up here and like speak out and talk about what you believe.
Being censored on top of that. I was just saying to her, just being censored on top of that. There's not a lot of platforms that you are able to speak the truth on, because you're having to worry about what you're saying being censored, being taken down, being removed. So it's important for us to start things like this, you know, create our own outlet, and even outlets for others, Democrats, liberals, doesn't matter what party you're with, you know. It's for you to educate yourself and for you to be able to understand conservatism, being a Republican, what that really means. So do you want to continue elaborating? Sorry about that. You want to continue elaborating about that a little more?
Yeah. Sorry, there's so many people up here. I'm getting like bumped into all over the place. Everyone's so excited about the SCOTUS announcement. But yeah, so you guys can find The Republican Girl on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a group chat for women. So if there's any young women out there watching this feed and you guys feel like you need a community of girls to talk about issues with, then you can DM me. My name is Grace Saldana. You guys can find me at GraceSaldanaa, and just DM me and I will add you to the group message. So I'm really excited about this platform, and thank you to Zoe for shouting it out.
Thank you, Grace. So with that being said, we were talking earlier about how I want to be able to create an outlet for women who are also in the modeling industry, fashion industry, pageant industry, who have suffered for speaking out on their beliefs, no matter what that might be. And right now, it seems to be conservatives are the ones who are suffering the most with this. But right now, with everything going on, you know, what are some encouraging words that you would tell someone, a young girl out there who is looking at you and like Liz and people like us who are passionate about what we stand for? What would you say to her to encourage her to do the same?
Yeah, I would say just do it, because that's really all there is to it, and that rhymed, and I did not mean to rhyme, but yes, just go out and do it, because it's nothing to be afraid of. You can say what you believe and not be afraid to do it, because you have to have conviction. So if you don't have conviction, then you don't have anything. Sorry. Yeah, if you don't have conviction, then you really don't know how to talk about your beliefs, and you need to know how to talk about your beliefs, which is why I started this Republican Girl thing, to give you the education to do that. So yeah, I would say just do it, because that's really the best way to start.
Exactly. So exactly what you just said, just do it. Back in 2018, just to give you guys a little recap on me, how I got started, basically. Back in 2018, I was let go from my modeling agency due to my political racist connection, in which she said in her email to me. But she saw a picture of me, attending one of these, an event like one of these, and it kind of fired something in her just to see that. I was happy, I was joyful, I was, expressing my beliefs, and she did not appreciate that. However, she has plenty other models in her agency that, they voice their opinions anti our president. This is not my president. And, there's nothing wrong with that, of course, on her end. But just going back to what you're saying, just do it. Even though that happened, even though that was taken away from me, that contract was taken away from me, God worked in many ways to restore me. And, now I have that momentum, and, I have that passion to continue speaking out and correcting the wrongs and bringing truth to the lies that are being told to us here in America, by these politicians, these globalists, these elitists. And, it's encouraging to see people like you, wanting to reach out and help out other people who might be struggling with coming out, and showing their support openly for our president. And even if not for our president, but for morals that you stand for in the conservative movement. Going back, like I said, I keep harping upon this issue, the abortion issue. It is a major issue in America right now. Our children are being targeted. Throughout history, our children have been used to sacrifice, sex trafficking, all of these things. Even in the Bible, it talks about it is better for a man to tie a millstone around his neck and drown than for him to offend one of God's, and children are pure sacred instruments that God has placed here on this earth. And it's our job to protect the unborn and to protect those who are not able to speak for themselves, just like in any other situation, liberals, Democrats, they want to talk about climate change. They want to talk about these things, these issues. But what we are distracted on are these things that don't, I'm not saying that climate does not matter, that it's not an issue, it doesn't matter. However, we need to first fix the issues here in America. We ended up, having these abortion clinics, this is incredible. How many abortion clinics are throughout America, So we just need to continue.
Stand by. We are experiencing some technological difficulties. We'll be back in just 1 second.
We really want to fight on all
Hi,
those
friends.
issues.
I'm Father Frank Pavone of Priests for Life, and I thank our friends at Right Side Broadcasting for the great job they do bringing you these rallies. When the president has these rallies, he summarizes his accomplishments. We have a website called ProLifePresidentcom where you can read those accomplishments in detail, not only on pro-life, but on every issue. I invite you to join us there. You can also order a comparison piece of the party platforms and some prayer cards for the election. So thanks, and again, God bless Right Side Broadcasting.
Sorry. Donate to our super chat, and we will read your guys' names out loud, and we will also check out. And so another way.
Hey everybody, Liz Willis here. Just want to say thank you for everyone who's tuned in. We have a big rally. One of the most surprising things is that there's almost as many press as there are supporters today. These press risers are absolutely packed, but help us make sure that the real news gets the stream out and that it's not the altered stream. This is Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we're going to live stream all of President Trump's rally here today from start to finish. You already heard a lot of the pre-speakers, and we want to continue panning the crowds and make sure that as many people are able to see this entire thing in its entirety completely live as possible. So to help us do that, if you don't mind sharing this stream, it is so easy. It's a way for you to help us out, and it's completely free. Again, it takes no time at all. So all you have to do is copy and paste the link. That is the YouTube link that you're watching on. And even if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or Facebook, just share the stream. It's so easy. If you're watching via YouTube and you want to share it to Facebook, copy the link, post it as your status. If you're watching on Twitter, just retweet it. There are so many ways you can help contribute to Right Side Broadcasting Network. And although we do ask for financial donations, one of the biggest ways you can really support us is just help us to get our name out there. We really do encourage that. We had over 120,000 watching last night concurrently, which is our all-time record. So we're super excited about that, and we hope that we can get it again tonight. or at least something close to it, so help us out there. I also want to say thank you to Disney Coins. Although we do rely on donations and your support, we also have a partner for today's rally, and Disney Coins has been incredible from the beginning. A lot of you actually already have many of their products, but keep in mind they come out with 2 new designs every single month. All of these designs highlight different moments from President Trump's administration. There's Conan, the hero dog, President Trump, the MAGA hat, President Trump with Kim Jong-un, Melania's beautiful face. They have 1-ounce coins, 2-ounce coins, 4-ounce silver bars, different types of keychains. There's copper and silver. Disney Coins is a precious metals company specializing in copper and silver, and they are absolutely incredible to work with. We adore working with Winter Outside Broadcasting Network, and we encourage everybody to collect their coins alongside us. They're doing a massive giveaway, so again, whether or not you want to use your money and buy these coins, although we totally encourage it, they're the best Christmas gifts. You can just join their giveaway. It's completely free. Check out their website. It's www.disneycoins.com. Lots of people cheering for Right Side, so it's a lot of fun today. We have some over there and some towards the front. But again, back to what I was saying, Disney Coins. Check out their website. If you go to www.disneycoins.com and click on the giveaways on the left-hand side of the screen, then you will be able to. It's actually really cool. Do you see all the people waving, Miles? Sorry, we're trying to make sure everyone knows they're on camera, getting as many people as possible who are waving at us. There's at least 20 people or so waving right now, so it's really cool. A little distracting, but cool nonetheless. Back to it, www.disneycoins.com, giveaways tab, left-hand side of the screen. Completely free to enter. Just enter your email at the very end of September, so it's coming up super soon. Disney Coins will announce that winner, and the more entries there are, the more giveaway coins they'll be giving away, so it's a lot of fun. Looks like we do not have any updates from the press pool. I am standing by to figure out when President Trump boards Marine One, and we will be bringing that to you as soon as it happens, so stand by. In the meantime, there's a lot of questions about how you can donate. Thank you. There's a lot of questions about how you can donate, how you can support Right Side Broadcasting Network, and one of the main ways, of course, we mentioned it earlier, is to share our stream. You can also help us out by checking and buying some of our partners' products. The third way is by donating to us. So you can donate to us a number of ways. The first way is by clicking that $ in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. The second way is by going to our website. That's www.disneycoins.com/donate. And the third way is by sending a check. So this is the non-electronic form of donation. You can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. So just to reiterate those 3 ways, it's the YouTube Super Chat. Zoe and Grace are going to be reading off all of those donations and talking to you a little bit more about Disney Coins in just a moment. The second way is by checking out our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. And the third way is by sending a check. Send those checks to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. We are almost entirely viewer funded. We ask for these donations in order to get us from rally to rally, state to state, all over the United States of America, covering President Trump's rallies. We are one of the only news networks that does this start to finish completely live, and the best part yet is that we pan the crowds. I am going to hand it over to Grace and Zoe while we wait for updates from President Trump's travel schedule.
Thank you, Liz. So, again, thank you for that. We're here waiting to hear from our president. Again, patiently waiting. But here I have for you guys Disney Coins. They are a sponsor for us. Disney Coins, it's made in America because they were made in America. They were made with machines here in America by people who deeply love America. These coins are made with genuine silver and copper. These coins are valuable. They're unique and they're worthwhile purchase for sure. You can get these coins for your family, your friends. Christmas is coming up. Get these as a novelty gift, of course. But these coins are just a nice little token, just a reminder of, for me, I would say, what the things our president has done already in his term, and just wanting to keep that momentum going to get our president reelected again. But Disney Coins That's DISME coins. They come out with 2 different designs each month. And RSBN, we here will be collecting these coins and we'll be giving them out as well. But if you guys would like to go and check them out, you can go visit www.dismecoins.com. Then check out the inventory. You guys, I'm sure you'll be able to find something that you like on there. These coins are super, super neat, super crafty. But again, you can get these for your relatives. You can get these for your friends, even those who may not even support our president. But this is a perfect novelty item. Just a reminder, again, of the things that our president has done for us. Disney coins, again, is made here in America and made by people who love America. These coins are made in genuine silver and copper. And again, you can find this at www.dismecoins, that's dismecoins.com. Disney Coins is giving 10% of their profits back to conservative causes and organizations. So if this is something that you would like to support, this is another way that you can show your support for our president and for other conservatives out there like us who are out on the road bringing right here to your home the things that you cannot go out and see yourself. That is President Trump rallying around and coming to Americans and speaking to them, encouraging them. So again, guys, you can go to www.dismecoins.com, check out the inventory, grab a few coins for yourself and your friends. These are, like I said, perfect patriotic symbols for our president and for you to keep with you by your side. Again, so Grace, it looks like she's in the super chat right now. It looks like you guys are showing some love and adding some comments in there as well. If you all have any questions or anything for us that you would like to ask, of course, please drop those there in that super chat. We'll be more than happy to respond to you. Seeing all that you guys have to say that's positive about this movement, the conservative movement, about us being out here on the road is really encouraging. And your support, more than anything, is what keeps us going. So, Grace, do you want to go ahead and shout some people out for us here?
Yes, I will shout some people out. Let's see who we have in our super chat. I love reading these off. These are so much fun. Thank you to News Now Lexington, Trenton Newman. Thank you. Okay. Thank you to IC Brash. He says, "Hi, mommy." You guys get your plug-in? Are you plugged in? Thank you to Andrew Didinsky. Thank you to Andy Vu. And thank you to Rodolfo Barragan. Thank you, ladies. RSBN is awesome. Trump 2020. Can't wait until he's reelected. And thank you to Rick Neff. He says, "Thank you, RSBN, Trump 2020. Yes, we are certainly excited to have the president win his re-election this year. And here in Pennsylvania, it looks like we're going to have a super tight race. In 2016, I believe Trump only won by less than 1%. So that's only about 40,000 votes. So that's an extremely slim margin. And Pennsylvania does seem to be a swing state. So we will see how it goes in 2020. Right now, all the polls, the average between like Fox and a bunch of the other major networks has them about tied. They say that Biden is up by 4%. However, that's the margin, still within the margin of error. So that doesn't really mean so much, because that could still mean that Trump is up by that 4%, or it could be Biden, or they could be tied, or it could be somewhere, in between there. So it's really a toss-up. However, really good news for the GOP in Pennsylvania that Republicans have registered about 7 times more than Democrats since the 2016 election. But when the Democrats were asked about it, they said they're not worried about it. I think they should be worried about it. I don't know about you guys, but 7 times more registered GOP voters seems like a lot of votes to me. So if I were the Republicans, I'd be very happy in Pennsylvania. And furthermore, the GOP has gained 198,000 since 2016 compared to the Democrats' 29,000. So that is a massive difference, and it looks like the president is doing very well in this state. However, it looks like the Democrats still outnumber by 750,000 voters. But apparently in 2016, that wasn't good enough to stop President Trump from winning. So we are so excited to have that. And I think we're going to see a very similar trend across the country when we're looking at all the different battleground states, including like states like Arizona, where they're saying Biden is up in Arizona. And remember, this happened in 2016. We saw this happen when they had Hillary Clinton up in all the polls. She was slated to win the election, and they all said Trump has no path to victory. But what happened? Trump won. He won way bigger than they thought he would. But this year, I think we're going to see a landslide based on everything that we've seen. We have seen riots from the left. We haven't seen any real policy. We haven't seen any real platform there, really. All we've seen is platitudes. Platitudes, not platform, from the Democrat Party. So, and I think that Trump has a very good chance at getting a red wave. And I always say this since I'm from the state of California, but I really think he's going to win California. We see what's going on up in the Bay Area and Nancy Pelosi's area and Adam Schiff and all those lovely people that we love so much on the Republican side. I'm joking. But Trump is going to win California. I'm telling you guys, it's only been about over 20 years since he won. Now that might sound like a lot, but it's really not that many years in theory when you're talking about 1988. That's still recent history. So I have hope for California, and I think that all of us at Right Side Broadcasting have hope for all of the other blue states that the Democrats are supposed to win. So
Thank you, Liz. Speaking of blue states, I have right here in my hand from last night, Trump's platinum plan. It looks like he has it laid out for the American people, Black Americans, so that they can know ahead of time what he has planned for the next 4 years. So here it is. He says 3 billion new jobs for the Black community. He's creating 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, increase access to capital in Black communities by almost 500 billion, safe urban neighborhoods with the highest policing standards, he's committing to working on a second step at. He's looking to have access to better education and jobs and training opportunities for the Black community. Also giving Black churches the ability to compete for the federal resources for their community, bringing better and tailored health care to address historic disparities. That's something that is very important. Of course, we're talking about we want universal health care. We want health care to be cheaper and more affordable for us. And I think yes, ideally yes, health care should be more affordable, but considering we have to go through the requirements and see what it's going to cost us in order to have these privileges, and that one of those things may be higher taxes. So that is something that a lot of us we don't want to see higher taxes, but I'm sure with us coming together, we will find a way to kind of fulfill the desires of the American people. So just going back to this, finishing up what he has listed here, he said the immigration policy that protects, he wants to establish an immigration policy that protects American jobs, advance home ownership opportunities, and enhance financial literacy in the Black community. That is really important too as well. Looking back at the public school system, the basic things that you need to learn to survive as an adult in society, I don't think that a lot of our kids are getting that out of the school system. We're spending hours and hours studying subjects that will not help, may or may not help, I should say, benefit and help us become responsible adults. So that is something that is important as well. Teachers, I'm sure teachers, they're going to need the help that they can get as far as teaching our kids and getting them prepared to go out into society and be a success. So, and then here, one more thing, it said, onshoring manufacturing to advance jobs and develop opportunities for Black-owned businesses. So here he has a lot of plans for Black-owned businesses, for Black Americans as a whole. And already, like I said earlier, he's done so many things just being elected in 2016 from the beginning. So I'm just really, really proud of what he's doing for America, for Black Americans, for all Americans. And again, he says, of course, I'm not the president of the world. I'm the president of the United States of America. You got to take care of your home first before you can take care of anybody else. And not saying that, of course, we're going to welcome you all, whoever wants to come, with open arms, but there are rules and there are standards that you have to abide by if you want to reap the benefits thereof. Therefore, so with that being said, again, tonight, I'm sure Trump is going to come and proclaim his vision to the American people and get them excited. We need to keep the momentum going, showing the support, all the support that we can, bring it all the way to the polls in November. So Grace and I, we were talking about as far as the voting situation and the ballots, the mail-in ballots, and all these issues that have been going on. I've been seeing where certain mayors have been coming out with documentation showing that, these ballots have been tampered with, So this is something that we already know. We are already been basically predicting that liberals, Democrats, are going to try their hardest to keep President Trump out of office. And for them, whether it be good or evil, I'm sure that they will do whatever it takes again, and they will not stop, okay? And that's why we cannot stop. We cannot stop speaking. We cannot stop supporting, This is a fight. This is indeed a fight, and we have to stay strong. So with that, you all, we appreciate everything that you all do for us, tuning in, sharing with your friends, bring your family at your home, do a viewing party, for the next rally. Trump has several more planned out up until the election day, and he is working so hard to keep, like I said, keep going and get this plan out and get reelected. So whatever you all can do to show your support, again, if you all want to do a viewing party, bring your friends in. On your cell phone, you can do that, on your TV, but also sending your donations, helping us out, because of course, if you can't make it out here yourself, you can't come to one of the rallies, we will bring it to you, for sure. So, of course, we appreciate everything that you all do, and we thank you all for your encouraging words and for all the follows and all the comments. I was, Grace and I, and also Liz, we were going through all of the messages that you guys have sent us at the comments, and just seeing that, it gives you hope. It gives you hope because we see the people, and there's also the silent majority out there who support our president. But we see it live, and there's no doubt that in my heart that our president will not win this election. I am sure that he is going to be a success in this. So, and just like I said, it's very encouraging to see the crowds come out and physically show their support for him. Going back to all the caravans, and your Grace was talking about how, and even in San Diego, you're saying how people are out there showing their support. And a lot of us, me from Alabama, when I think of California, I think, liberal Democrats, like, there's not a soul there that that's conservative or support Trump. And of course that's exaggerated, but what Grace was telling me, she's like, there are a lot of course, we're going back to saying silent majority. There are a lot of conservative, a lot of Trump supporters out in like Southern California. And a lot of us, we may or may not see it, but the day that we will see it, and that's going to be in November, okay, on election day. So guys, I encourage you all to get out there and vote. Get out and vote. Get your family members registered. You all get registered and vote. I know one thing, when I get back home, I will be also helping out with getting some people registered as well to vote. And if they have any questions, like prior to getting registered and why should I vote? There's several outlets, resources, even myself, you guys, if you have friends or families out there who want to ask those questions, but you may not have the right words to say in order to convey that to them, send them our way. We'll be more than happy to kind of speak with them, and just bring that vision, the American vision to them, and give them the reason to vote. And that is seeing what our president Trump has done already. So we want 4 more years of success, and we're praying that happens. Grace, did you have anything that you'd like to add? I see that you guys are really active here in the live chat as well with the donations coming. Thank you so much. We appreciate all the support. And again, seeing the comments coming in as well. You guys are quite huge fans of Liz and Grace and all of us, and we really appreciate that. greatly. So here, Grace, let's kind of shout out some of the people on there.
Yeah. Thank you, Zoe. Yes, we have so many super chats coming in. Thank you for supporting Right Side Broadcasting. As you guys know, we are almost 100% viewer funded. So the more donations we receive through our super chats and our website, the better. So I'm going to read a few names off right now. And if you guys keep putting in your super chats, I will try to read your guys' names off too. I'm going to try to read as many as I can tonight to make up for last night, since in wherever we were, where were we last night? Oh yeah, so we were in Virginia last night, and we had so many super chats we couldn't read them. I was very sad. So I am going to shout out Ferris Bueller. Love that movie, so hilarious. Love you, fellow deplorables. Trump Jr. 2024. Ooh. Who's your 2024 prediction?
Ooh, my 2024 prediction is myself. No, I'm just I'm kidding. You know, I mean, with the passion that you see right now in the conservative movement, you know, we may never, you know, have come close in predicting who it might be, but I'm sure that whoever it may be is going to be the right person for the right job, prayerfully so.
I agree with that, and I'm a little biased since I just moved to Florida, but I vote DeSantis 2024. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right. Thank you to Nancy Turner. And thank you to Gray Wolf. He sent a "You are amazing" gif. Love that. Thank you. Thank you to Jeffrey Chu. He says, in caps, "Thank you, RSBN. Been watching your rally coverage since the beginning. Thank you, President Trump, for so that you are and all that you do for the American people. God bless America." Yes, God bless America. They are trying to take God out of everything, including the Pledge of Allegiance. So we want to keep God in there. God bless America. And thank you to Brian White. He says, "Trump for America. America for Trump." Yes, America for Trump. I like that. We need some America for Trump flags and shirts and things. I would totally wear that. "Breakfast for Grace, Zoe, and Liz," he says. Thank you. Let's see who else we have in here. Thank you to Cola Buds. "The salt must flow. Trump Pence 2020. Yes, we are so excited to re-elect our great president who has done so much for the American people. He's done more than any other president I've seen. I know people have their preferences about their favorite president, but this is for sure mine. And no, it's not because I'm biased. It's because he has been able to break all the barriers. He's draining the swamp. He is getting everything done that he said he would do. And that's the most amazing part. It's promises made, promises kept. Just last week, he signed the Born Alive executive order. So he's trying to protect the unborn and those who are born already. And abortion clinics are trying to give mothers the option to do basically executions. Trump is 100% right when he says that, and it's unbelievable that we're living in a society that would allow that and push that. And that's why I am so happy that Trump nominated Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court, because she is a huge pro-life advocate, and all of his picks were, but Amy Coney Barrett seems to be especially dedicated to the cause, and she's also extremely pro-religious liberty, and she has said that her goal in life is to build the kingdom of God. And I think that is that's so honorable to say, because a lot of people, you know, it's kind of like taboo to mention your religion or to talk about religion and politics, especially when you're a judge. So I think it's especially risky when you're making decisions like that and you're trusted by the people to bring justice. And so I think it's really brave of her, and it's also, you know, it's all Christians' responsibility to speak up for their beliefs about God. So I'm very happy that he picked someone as bold as Amy Coney Barrett. I also love that she is a younger justice, so she will be on the court longer, hopefully. And yeah, so we'll see. I mean, here at Right Side, we're kind of wondering if she's going to show up with the president. But, you know, that's our high hopes. High hopes. Yeah, we will see. All right, you guys, let's see what other super chats we have coming in. From Eula Green, thank you. From, I'm sorry if I cannot say this correctly, Koi Bok. Vietnamese Americans love President Trump. Vote in person, America. Save America from communist takeover. Vote Trump and Republicans 2020. Yes. Please vote in person, you guys. Mail-in voting is not an option this year. I know it just seems crazy to say that with all of the coronavirus stuff, but we gotta get out there. We gotta vote in person. We cannot allow the Democrats to steal the election with voter fraud. So I can tell you guys all about voter fraud, but I'll save you from that. Let's see, who else do we have? Thank you to Sam P. I keep my mouth shut in California because I don't want to stir up the unstable people here. That is a genuine concern. I used to live in California. I lived in San Diego, and I would never go out with like a Trump bumper sticker or something like that. And I always say the most important thing to do is speak out. But safety is always a concern. Self-defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Self-defense.
It is important for us to carry a form of self-defense, but that's what Grace and I were talking about earlier. How she had an incident of possibly being attacked. She just moved recently, so I was just telling her, it's important for us to protect ourselves, be ready for situations like this. You already see it. Trump supporters are being, being targeted and being attacked, and we have to be able to protect ourselves, So with that. Also, a lot of events are taking place in this area. In D.C., we have the National Return event, and it's a event where all the saints are coming together, and if they can't make it to D.C., but tuning in and coming together and praying for this nation, and praying for our president, praying that God will heal our land, and praying for forgiveness, like humbling ourselves, repenting for the sins of this nation. So a lot of great things are happening right now. Just today, and even I think that was a 3-day event. It's called the Return. We were going to try to stop by and catch a little bit of it after the rally tonight. But if we cannot, we'll still have our hearts with everybody and all the thousands of people out there right now. I saw some pictures earlier. It's just incredible to see the amount of people that will come out and even come together to pray for this nation. That shows that there are people out there that cares about where we are going as a country. So it encourages me to do the same, do the same, not only going out and showing our support for the president, but also keeping him in our prayers, keeping ourselves in prayer, fasted up, meditating, because right now, we're going through some trying times in America right now, and a lot of these events that have been happening are, I would say, they're just, the Bible gives us guidance and gives us warnings about the devil himself being roaming about, seeking who he may devour, wanting to destroy God's kingdom. And it is our job to keep that established. And even some Christians may say, in which, Grace, I have a question for you about this as well. Some Christians might say, with my conviction, I don't want to be involved with politics. I don't want to participate in voting. Should they look down on other Christians who participate in that? No. I say stick to your own convictions, but do not vote for the personality. Vote for the policy. What does this candidate stand for? What is he wanting to keep established here in America? Going back to these issues being pro-choice, being supporting the whole Black Lives Matter movement, these Marxist terrorists, people wanting to destroy Black-owned businesses. First of all, Black-owned businesses, Black Lives Matter so much. Why are you burning down these small businesses? So it's amazing to see what people can do when they come together. In the Bible, it talks about where there are two or more gathered in his name, there he is in the midst. And it's a powerful thing, of course. But Grace, what do you have to say for maybe some Christians out there who choose not to participate in voting, but maybe are on the verge of, wanting to do this, Go ahead. Yeah,
I love this question because I really think that all Christians and, all people who have conservative beliefs should speak out. But, when you're Christian, you believe that your mission is to, spread the word of God, right? So when you have certain morals and certain convictions, it's your obligation to share those with other people. So to not get too religious on you guys, I will keep it to just general advice for for politics, but I really think that if you believe in something, you should tell other people what you believe, because oftentimes they might agree with you, but they don't know how to come out and say it, or maybe they're a little bit shy or they're a little bit afraid. But I really think it's important for all people to jump in and share their opinions. Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. Well, guys, we are still anticipating the arrival of our president. He is scheduled to make an appearance at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So you guys do not change anything. Stay right here with us. You want to see this tonight. I'm sure he's going to bring all the energy with him. He just coming in. Well, not yet. We don't know yet, but he will be coming in from D.C. I'm sure he has a busy schedule. We see that every day. But just seeing him being able to come out here and just for a brief moment, I've noticed even yesterday he was a little brief, a little more than the last couple of times that I've been. But he's picking up the pace. You know, it's time to pick up the pace. It's time to keep going. He has so many more rallies planned out for, like I said, up until Election Day. So even after, I'm sure that he will keep that momentum going on the road and coming to the American people. So we are here for that, everything, and we're here to bring it to you guys. And too, if any of you guys ever come out to any of these rallies, come up and say hi to us, okay? I love talking to you guys and meeting a lot of people. That's one of actually the benefits of being able to work here with Right Side. You get to meet so many other people and other conservatives, like-minded people, and they are along the way. They offer even words of encouragement. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw in, while we're at it and talking about the president's arrival, he will be here at around 7:30 p.m. Hopefully he might be a little bit late. We'll see. But right now we have a viewership goal of getting to 50,000, you guys. So help us get to 50K. Share it with your friends. Send it on Twitter. Send it on YouTube. Tell everybody, because this is the Right Side Broadcasting is the only place you're going to get coverage like this. We have no interruptions. We show the crowd. We pan the whole thing, not just parts, and we don't cut it on President Trump. So make sure you tell all of your friends about it and make sure they tune in. 50K. I'll keep you guys updated. Right now, let's see where we are at. We are at 31K, so we're climbing. We're climbing quickly. So keep sharing us. Get us. We need 19K more. And so let's see. Let's make sure this is all updated. Looks like we are. And we'll read a few more super chats. Okay. Yeah. We are going to have a word from Liz.
I'm going to give the girls a minute to rest their beautiful vocals. But thank you again for tuning into Right Side Broadcasting Network. Like Grace said, we are at 31,000. We don't know what's going on today. YouTube has a thing for blocking our stream from going out and not being able to be viewed in the search results. We're used to it by now. The only way to really combat this as a conservative news network, there's not much we can do when it comes to big tech censorship, but what we can ask from you is to continue being incredible and continue to share this stream with all of your friends and family, your cousins, brothers, sisters, whoever you can possibly share it with. Don't be afraid to put it on your Facebook. This is a time where we all have to be vocal and do our part and show our support for President Trump. And it's not even showing your support. I mean, you can put whatever you want, but if you're, a little bit hesitant, maybe it's something serious. Maybe your boss would fire you and you can't lose your job because they're insane. But just share the stream. You don't even have to say anything. Our goal is to allow everybody all across the boards, no matter what party affiliation, to at least watch President Trump's stream and to really kind of open their eyes, let them get educated, let them see what he's actually doing for the American people, the policies he's putting on the table. Yesterday, like Zoe mentioned multiple times, the Platinum Plan. President Trump has allocated $500 billion with a B to the African American communities around the United States to help support them and to support their small businesses, business loans, you name it. That money is going to be pushed into those communities. It is a lot of money, and as you can guess, it is getting minimal mainstream media news coverage. We want to say thank you to everyone that has donated. Friendly reminder for those of you who are willing and able to donate, we are almost entirely viewer funded, meaning we rely on your donations to get from rally to rally, location to location. I'm going to get on that in more of a minute, but right now you can probably hear the crowd behind me getting louder and louder. They are chanting CNN sucks. CNN sucks. Lots of anger as they are pointing towards the CNN cameras. I don't even see a CNN correspondent, I don't think. Trying to look out here. Mainstream media is on the risers in front of us. Mainstream media is on the risers in front of us right now. We got some people yelling right side. Thank you. It's kind of cool. They're chanting, Zoe, he said your name. It's cool. You have half them chanting CNN sucks, then you have the other half chanting over here for RSBN. So we're making some good progress. Actually, that's cool. It's the first time that's ever happened. So thank you guys for making that happen and for proving that we're making a point out here. Pretty neat, you guys. An entire rally split. Half of them chanting CNN sucks, half of them screaming for RSBN. Incredible, actually. I have kind of baby chills. But no, that's really neat. We really appreciate if you guys are watching the audience and you are one of the people that were able to just yell and show support for us. We do really appreciate it. It's been a busy week. Sometimes, we have our highs and lows too. Right now, we want to have more viewers. We're begging you to share the stream as much as you can. We put so much actual blood, sweat, and tears into this. It is something all three of us are obviously passionate about, and we need your help. We need your support. So thank you for everyone that has shown us support in one way or another. We're asking for you to donate again. We have a lot of rallies coming up. We have one officially announced next week on the 30th in Minnesota. Again, so the 30th in Minnesota, I'll be going home for 2 nights, I believe, which is super exciting. I don't remember the last time I was able to spend 2 nights at my house. And then we'll be heading to Minnesota. I absolutely love it, and you guys make it worthwhile for all of us. If you want to donate and you're wondering how you can and how you can have Grace give you a shout out, there's a number of ways you can donate. The first one is the YouTube Super Chat. The Super Chat is so much fun. It is the YouTube live chat. Your name will be brought up there highlighted. So any amount, absolutely any amount counts, and it helps. So you can donate that. Click that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. The second way you can donate is by going to our website on your internet browser. Go to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. It's a tried, true, and trusted source. It'll take you through PayPal, so you can use a debit or a credit card. And you won't have to worry about your information being leaked anywhere or anything like that. We really do count on that website a lot because as opposed to YouTube, where we only get 70%. When you donate via our website, we get to keep 90%. However, if you want to make sure that we get 100% of those donations, minus taxes, I know, we hate them as much as you guys do, but you can send a check. This is a non-electronic form of donation. You can send that check to 1550. That's 1550 Opelika Road, Opelika, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Moderators, y'all have been incredible as always. We could not do it without you. If you don't mind dropping those addresses down below, remind people how to donate, how to keep us in business. It is crucial that we bring awareness to these rallies. We show the crowds and we show these audiences. They're absolutely credible. Reportable right now, the president is on Marine One en route to Joint Base Andrews. He was originally supposed to board Marine One at 6:20, so note he is 24 minutes behind schedule. We're hoping that he makes up for that on Air Force One. He is scheduled to arrive at 7:20, and I have a rolling bet that he will arrive on time. So we will keep you updated on his whereabouts. Again, President Trump is on Marine One. Another announcement from Zoe. This is really important. We want to show our support, not just to President Trump, not to the campaign that works so hard, but to our partners today. Disney Coins has been incredible from the beginning. I'm going to toss it over to Zoe, who's going to talk to you a little bit more about them. Before she starts on that, go ahead and bring up their website. That's www.disneycoins.com. You're going to want to listen to what she has to say.
Thank you, Liz. Yes, so going here to Disney Coins. Disney Coins, they are the epitome of made in America. They're made in the USA by machines, by people who deeply love America as well. These coins are made with genuine silver and copper, beautiful coins, collectible items. These coins are valuable and unique and worthwhile purchase for sure. Also, 10% of these profits that you all when you purchase its coins, 10% of these profits are going to conservative causes and networks and organizations. So that's another way that you guys can show your support for anybody in the conservative movement, and especially here us at Right Side Broadcasting Network. So one of the ways that you can go and donate is at their website. That is dismecoins.com. Again, www.dismecoins.com. They produce about 2 different designs each month, and these coins are collectible, novelty, little gifts that you can get for your family members. Again, Christmas is coming up. You can grab these for your friends, other Trump supporters, mail them out even. So these will be good little symbols for you guys to keep with you, a little memory of the time that we are living in right now, and see where everything is going to. But again, Disney Coins, www.dismecoins.com. Again, made in America by people who love America. These coins are silver and copper. Thank you guys for all that you do. And of course, if there's any questions you all have, please shoot it to us in the live chat. We love to hear from you guys and engaging with you all as well. I'm just going to go over right now, and there was one comment that I saw. Someone made a very good point when it came to speaking about Christians and their roles their roles as far as when it comes to voting and what they should do. But I'm going to go here and see. And then going back to what Grace was saying earlier about what she's doing in her community and even on her platform. Myself, I'm coming up with a lot of projects as well. Oh, actually, I'm gonna kind of hold off. It looks like we have some vehicles, secret vehicles pulling up behind. Maybe they're preparing for President Trump to be arriving again. I think he's scheduled to arrive at 7:20 p.m. We just got word that he departed, so let's see here. Bear with me. Okay, it looks like we just got word that the president is now on this. Let's see, it looks like he's now on the screen. He's boarding Air Force One right now. So it looks like he is getting very close, and you can see here the crowd. They have their cameras ready. Of course, they know it. Let's see here what's. So I'm looking behind me right now just to kind of get a perspective of the crowd right before his appearance. And of course, we are steady and it's packed. Okay, it's filled in, and even outside there are still people lined up. And they, of course, here at these rallies, they do have a projector screen out there so that people who are not able to come in and the rally, they are able to view outside. And of course, you all are able to view right there from your screen. But guys, I just want to tell you, if you can come before. Get out here to one of these rallies before Election Day. This is something that you would want to be a part of. Just when you look back in history, telling your kids, your grandkids, I was there. I was a part of this. I was a part of all of this. I watched him. I heard from him, and he actually came to the people despite what liberals and Democrats, what they're going to try to take away and away from him and all the great things that he's done during his presidential. So, with that being said, guys, we're excited to bring this to you tonight, and sorry guys, we're kind of shuffling around here. It is a tight space, a little tighter than what we're used to, but we're working with it. So again, we're just kind of standing by here. It looks like they're preparing for our President Donald Trump, to make his arrival here at 7:20 p.m. And I have something I think Grace has something for you guys as well. Give me one. What did you say?
Alrighty. So it looks like President, I think Zoe just said this, but it looks like President Trump. Sorry, give us 1 second here. So it looks looks like President Trump just boarded Air Force One, so it looks like we will So he will be landing very shortly. I think earlier one of the speakers said that it would only be about 20 minutes to Pennsylvania. And when we were driving up here from Virginia, I was so surprised. I actually really didn't know how close Pennsylvania was to Washington, D.C. It's only a 2-hour drive, so a 20-minute flight sounds just about right. That rhymes. I keep doing that tonight. That's so funny. I just did it again. All right, let's go to the super chat, see how many viewers we have. We have 34,000 live if my chat is updated correctly. Let's see who we got. All right. Space Force. You know, Space Force is such a cool accomplishment that Trump has been able to achieve for America. And he's been able to achieve so much, you guys. I can't even start to name everything he's done. I think what he's done in the past week is probably more than most presidents get done in a year. So it's pretty amazing. His energy is just so amazing. Right now during campaign season, he's doing about 3 rallies in like 24 hours, 2 to 3 rallies. That is amazing. So we are here to cover all of it, and I hope you guys will tune in to watch the rest of our rallies. And right now it's getting a little misty out here. The weather's kind of nice, right? It's not too bad. It's not hot. It's not cold. But we do have a lot of people here. Like we were saying earlier, they've been lined up since early this morning. I don't know how long they really were there, but when we got there at 10:30, they were lined up. They were ready to go. People were buying merch. People are everywhere, and that's pretty cool. So very exciting. Let's see who we got in the chat. Oh, we're at 37K. You guys, remember, we have a goal of 50K. So share this stream with all of your friends and family members who love the president. This is a big day. The president just announced his Supreme Court pick, Amy Coney Barrett. So I'm sure he will be able to elaborate on that for us tonight, and he'll be able to give us some more information. So this is going to be a big rally to watch. The Supreme Court is very, very important to all of us conservatives, and hopefully we will see more from her soon. And as we know, she is a devout Catholic, and she is very dedicated to defending religious liberty. So that's very exciting. And yes, like I said, share this chat with all of your friends and family, and send in the super chats. I want to read your names off. I want to tell everyone your messages. And let's see what we got. From Aaron Denunzio. Hope I said that correctly. He says, love you, right side. We love you back. So thank you for joining our chat. What else? Ask us some questions, guys. We want to get to know you, and we want you guys to get to know us. And I'm so excited to be joining you guys. Like I said earlier, this is only my 3rd rally, and I am involved in a variety of things. I work full-time. I work at Freedomwire News, which is an online journalism outlet. So I am very busy doing that. And when I'm not there, I am here because I love covering the President of the United States. We're having a little trouble up here. There's so much press because of the Supreme Court pick. And, excuse me, Liz, how excited are you about the Supreme Court pick?
I love it. I think from the beginning I've been pretty vocal that I think it's right that he nominates a Supreme Court justice that's a woman, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Although I always say, I don't want to be hypocritical of myself, I always say I want the best of the best. Well, when it comes to this, in this case, he's replacing someone in particular. He was replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was really a pioneer, like President Trump said, for women's rights, and a incredible jurist. So I think it was important that he did that, especially with the crazy far-left narratives that he's anti-woman. I think it just does, not only is it the right thing to do, but it's just the best thing to do all around. And Amy Coney Barrett, her accolades speak volumes. Graduated magna cum laude from high school, graduated summa cum laude from Notre Dame on a 100% full-ride scholarship. So, I mean, not to mention the countless awards she received while in college. She also clerked for Justice Scalia, who notably was very good friends with former Supreme Court Justice. I don't know if they're ever formers. I guess they passed away, but she didn't retire, right? So Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Scalia were really good friends, and I think that also spoke volumes of her and him as well. They could be friends despite being polar opposites on the political spectrum. They looked past that, and I really appreciate that. I feel like we all have to do that nowadays, with it being so polarizing, the political parties right now. So it's something to really look up to and respect. They had a good friendship, so I think it's really cool that RBG's replacement happened to be the clerk of one of her really, really good friends and fellow Supreme Court justices. It took a while to get there, but I kind of had to explain it. So yes, I'm excited. I'm almost anxious. Politics, I think for all of us, is like a reality TV show at this point. I wake up every day and I follow Twitter to figure out what's going on. I look there first. God only knows what they're going to say about her, what they're already saying about the adoption of her children from Haiti. I don't think Zoe likes it. She's like, what? It's terrible. It's awful that people who work their entire lives trying to be the best possible versions of themselves, respecting God and just adoring the Constitution and trying to fulfill their duty, their sworn-in duty, but they are just getting more hate now more than ever. I don't think it's called for. I hope that when the pendulum swings and we eventually have a liberal president again and we have nominations of liberal Supreme Court justices, I hope we don't act like that. I hope we don't accuse people of false things and try to slander them and ruin their lives. But we'll see what happens in the next few weeks. It looks like they're trying really hard to have that Senate confirm her nomination by November 1st. So also we have some breaking news moving on from that. I know you've heard a lot from it today. We'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. But POTUS is now wheels up from Joint Base Andrews, so it looks like he should be arriving roughly on time. We should have around a 7:30 arrival from Air Force One, which means we are T-minus 30 minutes from Air Force One landing directly behind us. Barring that some people give us a little bit more space, we will have a beautiful view of that. And don't worry, you guys, we'll make it happen for you guys.
Yes, I'm so excited to see the president speak. This is going to be so much fun. And I really wish, though, I really wish that we could get along better in this country, because I wish that the Supreme Court wasn't such a fight when we have new nominees, and that the left didn't get so catty with us. And if you notice, it's all one-sided. We're not the one slandering their candidates and saying terrible things about them. And how could you possibly do that to a mother of 7 who has adopted 2 children from Haiti? And she was a clerk for Justice Antonin Scalia. And I think that's also, I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I think that's also a really respectful thing to do when you're talking about succeeding a justice, is to, because they were, to my knowledge, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Justice Scalia were good friends. Yeah, I think they were good friends. And so I think that's a great thing for her to do. Or for President Trump to nominate Amy Coney Barrett. But yeah, so, and also he's also breaking the record for confirmed judges. He has nominated, I think, over 100 or over a couple hundred in the past few years. I think it was 100 last year or something like that. My friend, actually, her dad became a Trump confirmed judge, so that's pretty cool. And that's exactly what we need in this country, because the left has taken over our institutions. They've taken over the education system. They've taken over entertainment. They've taken over pretty much everything. And we gotta take it back. We need to be more aggressive. No more just letting. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Just letting people take over. Sorry about that. Got a few distractions here. But yeah, the left, we've just been too passive. And that's another thing why we need to speak up, because there's no more time for being passive. We need to be outspoken and say what we mean and what we want, and make sure that everybody knows our blatant support for the president and for what he stands for, because we can't start feeling disappointed. Because I think when people stop speaking out, they start to feel like sad inside. It's like, wow, the left is really taking over everything. Like, what can we possibly do? My vote doesn't mean anything. And it's so discouraging to see and like to feel like that. I know exactly how that feels. I used to feel like that. But then I started speaking out, and I joined this community of all these great, wonderful conservatives. That's how I met Liz and Zoe at Turning Point. And now we're all together at Right Side Broadcasting. I'm telling you, if you start speaking up in the conservative movement, you will meet your best friends. So, yes.
Thank you, Grace. Just adding to what you were saying about how well, right now where we are, everything's twisted right now. We see the lack of support for our police officers. We're seeing now Breonna Taylor, being a figure of, I guess, a martyr in, Vogue magazine, or they have her on the cover. People like Amy, she needs to be on the cover of Vogue magazine for what she already, being a mother for Melania. Hello, okay? So it's just showing where we are. Things are twisted, and it's sad to see, even with the situation with Amy, when Trump announced that he was considering her, a lot of people were talking about, oh, is she going to be the one to try to overturn Roe v. Wade? And it's like, we're focusing on the wrong thing, first of all. It's funny to me how Democrats are so focused on trying to protect their right to murder. That's exactly what it is. It's a mass Holocaust. Modern day, I should say. Modern day Holocaust, okay? So looking at that, wherever that may go, according to the law, I'm sure she will do her job to, again, establish justice and keep law and order and do her right to serve the people as well. So, I'm just happy to be here with the girls. Yeah.
It's not about accomplishing an agenda. It's about interpreting the law and upholding the Constitution. I think a lot of people forget that. And yes, it's important to have a fair and balanced Supreme Court when it comes to leanings, whether it's conservative or liberal, but obviously, the most important thing is, can this person accurately understand the Constitution and implement it in their decisions?
They don't even.
That's the thing.
They took prayer out of school. They wanted to do away with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Anything that what America stands for, is sad to see that.
Yeah, and I love my Constitution so much that I brought one with me today, but it's actually in my purse. I could bring it out if you guys wanted to, but that's how dedicated I am, because what's crazy? I actually went to Liz is cracking up right now. Yeah, unlike Hot Sauce Hillary, I carry a Constitution. I'm Constitution conservative, okay? Anyway, I started doing that because I wanted to be educated when I come to cover these events. And I want to, because it says in the Constitution that the president shall appoint a Supreme Court justice with the consent of the Senate. Sorry, I messed that up a little bit. But that's so important to know, because the Democrats and the left would have you think that Trump has no right to do that during an election year, and he has every right. In fact, it's his obligation under the Constitution. And you guys would be so surprised at how many people don't know what it says. Because I took some pocket constitutions to a protest. I won't tell you guys what kind of protest it was, because some of you guys, I was at an anti-lockdown protest in May in California because we had some tyrannical lockdowns. I will justify why I did that, but anyway, I brought pocket constitutions, and so many people took them. I handed out probably 50. I only brought about 75. Oh, I'll give you mine because I have like 10 at home.
On airplanes before a rally,
just reading the Constitution, and that's the thing. People don't know what it says. People don't know what the First Amendment says, what the Second Amendment really says, what everything really says, and that is so important. Like I said, education is the key. You guys need to know what the Constitution is, because it's not some book that's like, it's not guidelines, it's your rights. Our founding fathers wrote these rights out, signed off on them, and these are the rights that protect us, and we're supposed to understand those rights. So that's why I carry my Constitution around, and you guys should too. I should do a Constitution commercial, but
even you should take some time to read the Constitution as well for our viewers. But too, growing up, I was homeschooled, as some of you guys may know, but my father and my mother made sure that we read the Constitution, memorized the Ten Commandments, and of course, us being kids, we hated it. Of course, we were like, what are these words? What is this? Like, what is this? We don't understand this. But now, like me as an adult, realizing that this is important. This is really important, and we have to kind of reestablish patriotism in this country. And it starts with our young children. If they're not being educated on what America was founded on and these principles and the Constitution, then of course you're going to have the issues that you have today with people trying to take over and change this. So it's important to keep that going. Of course, I'm currently working on a project with a few other conservatives to kind of bring to television, I was mentioning this earlier, bring to television an outlet, a platform for women who are involved in the modeling industry, pageant industry, but who are or were, ostracized for either their faith or their political stance. But of course, with this, we are going to, of course, promote the Constitution, even promoting, self-defense training and showing that you're able to handle a weapon, and show that you're able to protect yourself. But like just doing things like that, and making it fun for people. I'm really passionate and wanting to get this up and going. But even Grace and Liz, I was talking to them about that as well. I would love for them to come on board and help me out. I've been talking to a lot of people as well. And everyone seems to be pretty excited about these things. Like, the excitement is there. People just need to have something to be excited about, especially when it comes to this conservative movement. But with that being said, of course, we're expecting the arrival of President Donald Trump. He is due to arrive at 7:30. Here in a little bit, it's 7:06 right now, Eastern Standard Time. He's just getting in from D.C., appointed Coney Barrett as the Supreme Justice. So doing a lot of things already, historical things today. So again, coming to hear from the people and to speak to the people. We're excited to hear from him. Again, he just made an appearance yesterday, you guys. Some of you guys were there with us. They're in we keep messing that up. Newport, Virginia. But he's a busy man, and his schedule is it feels like it's never ending. But he is the one that he's the one that I wouldn't say look to, but I am inspired by him and what he is doing in America. And it just, like I said, several times, it's encouraging. It's just really encouraging, and it's helped me along my way in my journey in this conservative movement, and seeing leaders and figures like him, for example, like Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, all of these people. They have done so much for the American people, and just not by what their actions, but in bringing the community together and bringing people together, but establishing God in this country and establishing morals and bringing people back to, when I say back to the basics, bringing people back to what this country was founded on. And that Grace mentioned this earlier, just recently. You guys, it's important for you to know the Constitution. I used to despise my father for forcing us to read the Constitution, read the Bible, learn the Ten Commandments, learning the law. And he said, one day you're going to realize that you need to know these things. You need to know these things in order to protect yourself. These things were not written for no reason. These men who established that, they had a vision, they had a goal, and they were right on the spot, right on the spot to know and be able to predict what was to come in the future. So, guys, everyone seemed to be getting together and starting to chant. I see here some of the people are kind of sitting down, but I'm sure you're going to see them getting up and getting all excited as soon as President Trump makes that appearance here at 7:30 p.m. So Grace is going to share something with you guys here. One moment.
Hey guys, we have a new message coming in about the president on his way to Middletown, Pennsylvania. Looks like Marine One touched down at Joint Base Andrews about 6:43, so about a little less than 30 minutes ago. And the president came out at 6:47 carrying his own umbrella, like the humble man that he is. President Obama would have never done that. So we are very proud of our president for being willing to carry his own umbrella. Anyway, but he is traveling with Dan Scavino, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, who is my personal favorite, as well as Stephen Miller. Looks like it's overcast with a little bit of drizzle. It's certainly what we're seeing here. Me and Zoe were commenting on the interesting misting weather here earlier. And the message also says, President paused at the stairs but did not come over after a reporter shouted a question at him. How rude. But he is on his way to Middletown, Pennsylvania for the campaign rally. So we are very excited to see him in just a few short moments. We'll probably be here about 10 to 20 minutes So we can look for Air Force One. Hopefully it's not too foggy to see him. And a little fun fact about the Air Force One jets, I think it carries 8,000 miles. So it can travel 8,000 miles without having to refuel. So that's pretty crazy. That's basically almost twice across the United States completely without stopping to refuel. So that's pretty amazing. But we are looking forward to seeing him shortly. And like I was saying earlier, I know a few more people have tuned in. We are almost at 50K. We're about 8,000 away. Guys, we need 8,000 more people to tune into our stream before the president takes the stage. So keep sharing with your friends. Keep telling your family that Right Side Broadcasting is their go-to network to watch the President of the United States do his campaign rallies for the rest of the campaign season. We also cover all of his other events like the Supreme Court nomination earlier today, as well as the Hispanic Roundtable yesterday and other events. So tell your friends. We need 5,000 more. Thank you everyone for telling your friends. We need 5,000 more. Let's do a couple super chats real quick just for fun because I love them so much. From MQ Tran. Oh, Grace, will you be my 24-hour fiance? Thank you. And thank you to Phoenix Vault. Visit phoenixvault.org to see hashtag Biden's in Ukraine recently declassified documents. Thank you, Right Side Broadcasting. I condone that message, you guys. Spread the word about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's ties to Russia, because there was never any ties found with the Trump campaign in the Mueller investigation, which was an entire waste of time, as we all know. So, yes, I will hand it off now to Zoe.
Thank you, Grace. So many great things to talk about tonight, guys. Of course, you can tell that we are excited and we are encouraged by all of this, everything being here, the atmosphere, everything. But of course, we could not be here without you guys. Liz already gave you all the ways that you can donate to us, but also one of our sponsors, which is Disney Coins. They have these coins that are made in America by people who love America. These coins are genuine silver and copper. They come out with two different designs. These are they're Trump-inspired, I would say, Trump-inspired coins, but they're going to come out with two different designs every month. But this would be a great collection item for you guys, for not only your family members, but for your friends. Christmas is coming up, so grab these up. These will be a great novelty item, even to give to those who may not support our president, just to have like I say gag gift, but that's my intention with this. So, but guys, you can go check these coins out at www.disneycoins.com. That's www.dismecoins.com. Again, they are made in America by people who love America. Genuine silver and copper. These come in, they have over 20 patriotic designs, and again, they come out with 2 new designs every month. So of course you guys have a variety to pick from for sure. So also Disney, they give the 10% of all profits to other conservative organizations, and just like us, and this helps a lot, with keeping people on the road and keeping people doing what they're doing for our president. So guys, go ahead and give them a visit, www.dismecoins.com. Check them out. Start collecting. They come out with 2 designs every month, so keep collecting, guys. So it looks like we're observing everything. It kind of got a little quiet. The crowd is kind of oddly quiet, but I'm sure that's going to change here in a second as soon as our president steps out. You probably will hear the cheers, and you guys are used to this. You guys see it all the time. So never fails. The excitement never fails, and I'm just really proud to be able to be here with a team, Right Side Broadcasting Network, a team like this who are so committed to bringing you guys the whole Trump experience. I say a whole President Trump experience. Bringing President Trump to you right there in the house, the whole experience. But we appreciate you guys keeping us on the air, and whatever you guys can do to show your support. Again, we appreciate any comments, any questions that you all have. It's really encouraging for us to hear. But looks like Liz and Grace, they're active in the live chat right now, looking yes, I'm going to see here.
Thank you, Zoe. Lots going on. We'll reclaim our spot here at the front of the risers. I've never seen them this insane, so thanks to everyone for tuning in. We're just making sure that we are quite literally like fighting for a spot so that we can show you guys President Trump with the best possible view. We are marking our territory here today. Things might get aggressive, but we're going to try and keep it classy, like the classy ladies we are. Yeah, just a classy kick off the risers. I'm just kidding. I'm going to pull up the website donations right now. So we have a lot coming in, and I want to say thank you. If you're curious about how you can donate and what it goes towards, your donations allow us to stay in business and go from rally to rally all over the country in all different states. There's someone sitting on my leg. Oh, sorry. Okay. Your donations allow us to continue traveling the country and showing you President Trump's rallies. There's a number of ways you can donate, and we do really appreciate it. Again, we're almost entirely viewer funded. So we rely on your donations to stay in business, and the first way you can donate is the YouTube Super Chat. Zoe and Grace have been doing an incredible job of reading those shout-outs out throughout the night, and it's really easy. We're only 3,000 away. We are only 3,000 away. You guys, we have to make sure Joe Seals is happy, and in order for him to be pleased with this stream, we have to have 50,000 viewers pre-President Trump's arrival. So we have a few moments. We have 48,000. We're 2,000 away. Share this stream, you guys. We're just moments away from Air Force One landing. This is going to be a beautiful sight here in Pennsylvania, a state that very well could carry out this election as long as we keep it red. So we need to not only show this stream out to y'all, but y'all need to show President Trump that you support him. The campaign looks at these numbers, the analytics that we're able to provide, and it means a lot. So let's get that stream out. Continue to donate. The first way, again, is by that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. The second way is really easy. It's by going to our website. So if you'd like to make a donation to Right Side Broadcast Network, you can make a donation via our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. That is done through PayPal. It is so easy. Again, www.rsbnetwork.com. There's a donate tab if you just want to do that, or you can do the /donate. Either way, website is a great place to go. Use it as a source for information. It's really easy to use, family-friendly, lots of information. The third way is a non-electronic way, and that is by sending a check. So you can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. If you would like to do a shout out, of course, we love to read them. It's a way for us to also fill time, so it's a lot of fun. A great way for us to be able to... What is happening? A great way for us to be able to interact with you guys. So I'm going to be reading some of the website donations out, and then I'm going to toss it off back and forth. We're going to talk to you guys a little bit more about Disney coins, and I'll just begin. We have Tony Fryer, who said, who is John Galt? He's a Trump supporter. We have Elaine, who said, great coverage. Makes me so happy to see young adults expressing conservative views intelligently. Very proud of you, ladies. Robert Ivanov said, Trump must win and appoint 2 more justices. Catherine Rice said, God bless President Trump, and thank you to all the men and women in blue. We have Ellen L.V. Castro, who said, thank you to RSBN for your faith to prevent truth unfiltered. Keeping y'all in prayer. Prayer March 2020. Prayer for all God's people, all our leaders, and all of our President MAGA Trump fans 2020 from Rockville, Maryland. Marvin Flores said, thank you so much for the great work you do at every Trump rally. Keep up the great work. Thank you. We have Ann Bucci, who said, thank you for all the great work. Your site is my #1 go-to site to access real coverage. Thank you. We have Sarah Mariana, who said, Right Side Network is amazing. Thank you for broadcasting the whole rally. You guys are very welcome. Louis, United States veteran, thank you very much for your service. We are very happy to announce that you have donated to Right Side Broadcasting Network and to give you a shout out. So Louis, again, a United States Navy veteran. Again, we're at 49,000. Thank you for showing me, Zoe. 1,000 away. We are really cutting it close with that goal of 50,000. I feel like YouTube is almost just like slowly giving us 50,000 just to appease us so they don't have to hear anything.
They know we're on.
Yeah, they know we're on to them. Last night we were at this point, and at this point last night we were at 100,000. So it is kind of crazy, the difference. But But it is very exciting. All right, Joseph Seals, does he want to talk? I couldn't really tell. Let me know. We have Dr. J who said, all right, time to talk for me, gotta get on. I still don't understand. Joe, do you want to talk? Say yes or no. You want to talk. All right, we're going to toss it back to headquarters really quick. Sorry for the miscommunication.
It's all good. I wanted to send a thank you to the crew there. They are doing such a great job. If you guys only knew, the amount of press here today is incredible. There are foreign correspondents, journalists everywhere. The riser space there is so limited right now. And that's why we're not able to move the camera as much like we're used to doing. And Liz had to go get a cell phone to show some of the overflow crowd, which I have pulled up on our Twitter account, which I'll show you right now. Let's see if I can pull it up. So here's the overflow that we had earlier in the day. So this was about 53 minutes ago here. Now that has already grown. It's a lot bigger than that, and we're working on getting you another video. But look how far back that crowd goes. It's incredible. And we also had this. This was a little bit earlier as well. But the overflow crowd there is just absolutely incredible. And the people just keep coming in. Now, I will say this. There is a problem that we have been having with YouTube here. And it appears that although we are very excited to have 50,000 of you watching on YouTube right now, that certain folks have been emailing and saying, hey, you're not showing up in my subscriptions feed. So I'm not sure exactly what is happening. There's we're excited to have 50,000 of you watching, but as you know, at this point, we're usually well into the 70s and 80,000. So something might be going on. I'm not exactly sure. There was a DDoS attack on our website a little earlier. So we switched on our Cloudflare, which is it protects against attacks and things. So if you're not able to get to this stream right now, if you're watching on Facebook because you couldn't find us on YouTube and you want to be on YouTube, go to rsbnetwork.com. Just go to rsbnetwork.com and it will redirect you to the YouTube stream. You can donate to us at rsbnetwork.com/donate. That is still a working link. Nothing is wrong with our website. People are just flooding it with requests. And another thing I will say is that we're having some, let's see, where are we at now on there? Okay, so the president is ready to land. Air Force One is about to touch down there at Harrisburg Airport. So we're going to go back to the scene just in 1 second. Stand by. Going to you for Air Force One commentary. You're ready to go. Roger, roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from Right Side Broadcast Network. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Liz Willis. I'm joined by Grace and Zoe. We have Air Force One touchdown here in Pennsylvania. Sorry about that. When we were in Virginia last night, again, we were here in Pennsylvania. Huge crowd out here for President Trump. Air Force One, again, is wheels down. Looks like we have a 7:24 arrival, only 4 minutes behind schedule, meaning President Trump landed, in fact, before 8 p.m. Yeah. So that was weird. I had a bet and I won. So just yeah, a little internal thing. Kind of excited about it. And again, this is insane. I don't know what's happening with the press here today, but it's absolutely packed. There is, I guess I've been complaining about how press doesn't cover these events, and maybe word got out, so they flew in because a lot of these people are from different countries. It's crazy. So lots of coverage today for Pennsylvania's rally. Do you think there's a reason they'd be covering Pennsylvania as opposed to the dozens of other rallies we go to that nobody else seems to care about? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is that Trump's SCOTUS pick was today, Supreme Court pick, and so obviously that's going to bring a lot of press out. But the other thing is that Pennsylvania is a huge battleground state. President Trump and Biden are very neck and neck here. It is going to be a very tight race. As I said earlier, since 2016, the GOP has registered 7 times as many voters as the Democrats have. So that's a very alarming number for the Democrats and very bad news for them. But they still have the majority of registered voters in the state. So the majority of people here who do vote are Democrat. However, keep in mind that Trump won here in 2016. So I think we'll see another win again. It'll be a landslide with 7 times more GOP voters. So that is going to be very exciting. And the energy in this crowd today is unbelievable. These people are excited to be here. And I hope that the president has a very comprehensive message about the Supreme Court pick. I really want to hear more from him about it, you know. I want to get his personal take, not his on-cam take that he did earlier. So yes, we are very excited to be here, and let's see where Air Force One is. Looks like it is slowly moving in. Woo, there's little bugs everywhere. It just hit me in the face. And there are also people all around us, and looks like the crowd has their phones out. They got their red hats on. I think there's more red hats here than there were in Virginia, to be honest. People here are pumped, and that's great news. So I'm very happy that the president's campaign is picking up steam. As what day out are we? Are we like 35 days out or something like that? I think we're 39. 38? 38 days out. Wow, that's a good memory. Okay. Cool, yeah, so 38 days out, and we will see what happens, but Trump's going to win in a landslide. I am positive. 57,000, guys, woohoo! So glad that you guys shared with all of your friends and family, and thank you guys for tuning in. Like we always do, we give you the best coverage, wall-to-wall coverage. We show you the crowd, unedited, uncropped. We show you everything. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys will be tuning in for our next rallies. They will be coming very shortly. I think the next one's on Wednesday, right? On the 30th, which I believe is on Wednesday. Where is that one? Minnesota, Duluth or something like that, something like that. But they'll be back up in the battleground states. President Trump has been hitting them very hard, so I think he will see some great results. And you know, Joe Biden, we don't see him on the campaign trail at all. Oh, we see Air Force One turning in. Look at that beautiful plane. It is massive. I was reading some stats on it earlier, and it has 3 levels. It is a full-on command center. Oh, you hear the crowd? They are cheering. I hope you guys can hear it as well as I can, because people are excited. I just love President Trump's style, arriving on an Air Force One and parking it right behind so that the cameras have to show that he is the president, and he loves to remind the press and remind the left that he won in 2016. Maybe the Democrats haven't accepted yet, but the GOP sure has, and the conservatives that voted the president in have. Donald Trump is your president, whether you like it or not, guys. We love it here, and he does too. So very excited that he is coming soon.
Great job, Grace. We have a lot of donations. I want to get some shout outs in while we watch Air Force One pull up. A beautiful night here tonight, and again, so much support for President Trump. Continue, you guys, to share this stream. We are just moments away from President Trump opening the doors of Air Force One, and we want him not just to see this incredible crowd of support, but to get back on Air Force One after the rally and look up these statistics, look up the viewership count, and see that he had millions of views and that he had more than 60,000 watching online. This is free for the entire world. Continue to share it on your Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams, whatever it may be. Make sure you're sharing it with all your friends, all your family, cousins, uncles, aunts, you name it. We have RJ Smith, who donated $4.99 and said, Trump landslide 20, thank you, RSB Network. We have Ron Mark, who's became a new member of $5 Canadian, said, we love you, Mr. President, and all you do and stand for. We are with you, and we have your back. $99.99 from Richard S. Thank you so much, Jay Shariardi. $25 from Stigmata Speaking, so thank you. He said, November 3rd, take your vote for a walk. President Trump mob Jose Munoz Jr., thank you very much. $19.99 from Tim Trimble. $100 from MQ Tran, who said, Grace, will you be my wife? Getting those marriage proposals. $49.99 from Rolling with DJ Adam TV. Said RSBN is the greatest. Follow them. Yes, of course. Trey Lime, $4.99. Reg Teagle, MAGA 2020 from Down Under. I'm late. Thank you. We are looking at Air Force One. Right now, it looks like the back door is open. The press is disembarking right now. So we are moments away from President Trump. Again, moments away from President Trump. The presidential seal is on the podium, and he'll be taking the stage absolutely any minute now. This is going to be a very exciting speech. You're going to want to be sure you stay tuned. He just had a really exciting, historic, monumental moment at the White House in the Rose Garden. It was his first time appointing a female Supreme Court Justice nominee. Before he takes the stage, I want to remind you guys to go and check out Disney Coins. Disney Coins is incredible. We've gotten so many comments saying they've already bought multiple coins today, including their keychains. They are so excited for them to get there. Don't be discouraged if you see something that is sold out. They are working on having more minted, and the best thing is that all of these are minted in the United States by machines made in America. So this does not get any more patriotic. Disney Coins is truly the epitome of made in America, because once again, they are made in the USA by machines, by people who deeply love America. These coins are made with genuine silver and copper. They're valuable and they are unique and worthwhile purchase, which means that they make the perfect presents. They come in over 20 patriotic designs, with 2 new designs coming each month. Here at RSBN, we'll be collecting these coins, and we hope that you'll collect them alongside us with each and every month leading up to the election. The time is short. The time is now. They also make great gifts for any MAGA fan in your life. Disney Coins is also giving 10% of profits back to conservative causes and organizations. So they are giving to benefits that are meaningful to you, the viewer. Go to www.dismecoins, that's DISME coins.com, to check out the inventory and start your very own collection of Trump coins today. Use code RSBN at checkout for a discount. While you're there, don't forget to join the huge September giveaway. It's really easy to do. Just click the giveaway tab on the left side of the screen. The more people that enter, the more winners there will be. Make sure you use a good email, because that is how you'll be contacted if you win. Again, huge giveaway. Make sure you enter. That's www.dismecoins.com. Again, www.dismecoins.com. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching via Right Side Broadcasting Network. I am one of your hostesses. My name is Liz Willis. Give me a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Liz Willis. That's LIZWILLIS. My co-hosts are Grace Saldana. That's GraceSaldana. And Zoe Sozo, ZOESOZO. Make sure you follow all of them. We are going to be your campaign hostesses, some of them. We also have our lovely gentleman hosts as well, who will be guiding you all through the 2020 presidential election. We have around, I think, 39 days left, and we are going to go to every single rally that we can physically get to, and that's because of your support, your contributions, what you have given to us since 2015. We have been killing it, you guys. RSBN has had over hundreds of millions of views. In 2016 alone, it was over 300 million views. We're going to shatter that, and we are going to fight so hard to get President Trump reelected for 4 more years. It's going to take at least 4 more years to drain that swamp and to continue fighting for the constitutional values that we as conservatives hold so dear to our hearts. Again, Grace, this is probably your 3rd time seeing Air Force One at this point. Has it gotten less exciting yet? How do you feel?
No, I absolutely love seeing the president. This is always as exciting as the first time. Right now it's misting a little bit, so I got a little distracted for a second. But yes, I love coming to the campaign rallies. I love seeing the president speak, just because it's so historic. He's done so much for our country. Nobody else loves our country like President Trump does. So these rallies are always exciting for me to go to. And thank you guys for having me as a host. And hopefully I will be back out on the campaign trail soon. And we are awaiting President Trump. So it looks like his massive entourage just got off of Air Force One. So That was a lot of people. I don't usually see that many people come off of Air Force One. It was a huge group. He just said, bring the whole White House. He brought the whole house with him tonight. So maybe we'll see some special speakers. Maybe we'll see Amy Coney Barrett. Who knows? I don't really know, but I know that Kayleigh McEnany will be here, as well as Dan Scavino. So hopefully we will see a word from our press secretary. She gets so much heat from the left, and she does such an amazing job. She's a Harvard grad, and boy, it shows, you guys. She got that binder full of facts, and I love seeing her take on the lamestream media, as the president likes to call it, the fake news with her binder of facts. So God bless Kayleigh McEnany. She has a hard job to do, and not everyone can do that. So looks like we got some more people coming off Air Force One, and the president will come off soon. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Let's see how many people we have on the chat. I know we broke 60K. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We are at 66,000 viewers. Can we get to 70,000? Can we get 4,000 more before the president walks off of Air Force One? Looks like we have maybe just seconds left. This music is toning down. So you guys, share the stream with your friends and family. Share it on all your favorite platforms that you use. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Do we have Parler? Yes.
RSB Network.
RSB Network on Parler, on everything. You can see it live streamed everywhere. You will get full coverage, no breaks, no commercials, and we are almost entirely viewer funded. So you guys, if you guys want to donate to the super chat, I will read your name off.
71,000. Let's get to
71,000. Woohoo! Let's get to 80,000, 9,000 more before President Trump takes the stage. Can we get it, guys?
It's misty.
It's missing. It kind of looks like light snow, especially like with Celine Dion in the back.
Yeah.
And, it's very magical. It's magical, majestic.
We just witnessed history.
We did. We just witnessed history. Yes. It's not embarrassing. That shows you're a true-blooded conservative.
We're patriots.
We're patriots. Liz the Patriot. I'm going to make an Instagram for you, a fan page. Liz the Patriot. Go follow it. Liz Willis. Go follow Liz Willis. Yeah, so it's missing out here, guys. So we're just moments away from President Trump. Ooh, we're at 73,000. Can we get 7,000 more before he comes on? I know he's going to have some historic things to say about Amy Coney Barrett. So tell all your friends and family that we are filling that seat. We have the Senate majority on our side. Even Mitt Romney is on our side. He doesn't usually side with President Trump on a lot of things. So we got some more people walking off Air Force One. Let's get our viewership up. So just tell your friends, you guys, bring them all here. Oh, we have some cheering.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. To the hills, no doubt, I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee. Oh, thank you. Well, we won Pennsylvania last time, and we're going to win it by a lot more this time, I can say. Because, you know, 4 years ago, we had a lot of enthusiasm, but we have more now. Even the fake news will admit that. They will admit it. There's more than we've ever had. Hello, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much for being here in the rain. As we stand together in the rain, it's supposed to bring luck. We'll take it, huh, my man? I just came from the Rose Garden of the White House. Thank you very much. And I love you too. Or I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done it, but we're doing well. Our country's going to be stronger than ever before very soon. You watch, it's happening. It's all happening beautifully. It's happening. We had to close it down. We saved millions of lives. We opened it up, and we're doing record kind of numbers, and we're going to have the best year. We're going to have a great third quarter. So thank you very much. I've just come from the Rose Garden of the White House, where I proudly nominated Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the United States Supreme Court. Judge Barrett is a brilliant legal mind, an extraordinary scholar, you know that. #1 in her class. You know, the professor, one of the most respected people, he said the greatest student he's ever had. That's pretty good. That's a little better than Biden, wouldn't you say? She should be running for president instead of... Now, it's a little bit better, academically slightly better. And most important of all, she will defend your God-given rights and freedoms. She will. Judge Barrett would become the third Supreme Court justice, along with over 300. Think of this. This is our third nomination. We have Justice Gorsuch, Justice Kavanaugh, and now we have Amy, along with over 300 federal judges by the end of this term that we've confirmed to uphold our laws and Constitution as written, and that's a record. Joe Biden has refused to provide his list because the names will be handpicked by socialists like Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC +3, and Ilhan Omar. That's a great one. She's a great one. Always complaining. She's always complaining. Came here. Things worked out for her. How did she come here? Does anybody know how she came here? AOC +3. That's a beauty. That's a group of they love our country so much, right? If given power, the far left will pack the Supreme Court with radicals who will terminate the Second Amendment. That's what they want to do. Strike the words "under God" from your Pledge of Allegiance. Tear down crosses from public spaces and force taxpayers to fund extreme late-term abortion. That's what they're looking to do. These left-wing justices will cripple police departments, protect sanctuary cities, and declare the death penalty unconstitutional for even the most depraved mass murderers. It's unconstitutional. We will save your Second Amendment, and together we will save our country, and that's what we're doing.
That's a lot of people. So we have tens of thousands of people. If Sleepy Joe came here, if he had, I really mean this, you know the little circles he fills? And he can't get them full. You have like 5 of them. Those circles, those big, beautiful, whoever does it does a nice job. They're very round. But he's got like 5 of them. And then he stands very far back and walks in. I mean, I don't get the whole deal there. I don't get it. So we have tens of thousands. Somebody said 17, 18,000. Last night we had 35,000 people. You saw that in Virginia. You know, we're making a play for Virginia because we have a governor in Virginia. You know that. He wants to totally end. All he does is talk about terminating the Second Amendment. That's all he talks about. That's all he talks about. In 38 days, we will win the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We will win 4 more years in the White House. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great honor. It's a great honor. We've achieved a lot together. It's together. It's what happened. Wait till you see the numbers on November 3rd. Get out and vote. Go early vote. Do whatever you have to do. Make sure they don't cheat you too badly with those ballots. Oh, did you see today? There was a big mishap with the ballots. Another one. This is every day they have that, Mike. Every day. Big mishap with the ballots. So one of them, New York, is saying, well, we're going to change the system a little bit. It's a little late for doing that, isn't it? New York wants to change their system. They're going to work on something. Governor Cuomo, he's going to work on something now. Well, the ballots are flowing. You know, it's a little late. And then in a certain location, you know the location, they mailed 1,000 ballots out. Unfortunately, they doubled it up, and everybody in this Democrat area got 2 ballots instead of 1. And then 2 days ago, they found 8 ballots in a waste paper basket. Unfortunately, they all had the name Trump written on them. We were going to vote for Trump. They were military ballots, the military. And then they have a stream in a very good state, and they found lots of ballots dumped in the stream. Look, you know, this is not right. What they're doing is not right. And it's all run by these ballots, the ones we're talking about, whether it's Pennsylvania, because we're going to win in Pennsylvania. You got to watch, but you have a governor who's in charge of ballots. North Carolina, Michigan, Nevada, all of these places, they're all run by Democrats. They're the ones that count the ballots. And does anybody have even a doubt? It's just like common sense. It's common sense. So we're going to be very careful. We're going to watch. And, you know, we're waiting for rulings from a great federal judge in your state, federal judge, about the constitutionality of the whole thing. They're going to try and steal the election. Look at this crowd. The only way they can win Pennsylvania, frankly, is to cheat on the ballots. That's the way I look at it. The way I look at it. No, they just had a big thing today. They said there was a mistake made on a lot of the ballots. They're going to try and redo the system. Take a look at Iowa during the primary. Remember the first primary? They couldn't do anything. It was all a mess. It was all a mess. Good job. Good job. Look at this guy. Good job. Good job. Hey, good job. Man. That guy, he's going home to his parents now. He's going to be in big trouble. But wait a minute. Wait. He just opened his mouth, and we had that gentleman in the beautiful blue. Will you stand up? Stand up. Man. Are you in law enforcement or something? Because you were on him? This guy hadn't gotten the first word out. That's the kind of guy I want working for me right there. Man. Right. That was just instinct. It's called natural instinct. Some people have it and some people don't. Unfortunately, most people don't. That's the problem. Under my administration, we proudly achieved energy independence. We are now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas in the world. Sleepy Joe Biden has vowed to ban fracking. That's not good for Pennsylvania. You notice now he's trying to pull back, you know. He went to a place called Texas. No oil, no God, and no guns in Texas. That doesn't work. But you know what? Doesn't work here either. You're a big fracker. It's a big business here, 900,000 jobs. But he wants to eradicate all of the things that you're doing, all of the things that are bringing in so much money for your state. It's a disgrace. Now he's trying to say, well, I didn't really mean that. That was like Hillary, remember? She made a horrible statement about clean coal, and then she went, crooked Hillary, and then she went 3 weeks later. I agree. All right. You know, I used to say, now, we won. Now, don't do it. But they say, lock her. But I try and stop it. Now, she's crazy. Bill is stone cold afraid of her. No, but how about, remember the emails? Oh, you think we forgot? We didn't forget the emails. Remember the emails when Congress said we want 33,000 emails? And they deleted the emails. They deleted everything. The text messages, everything, they deleted. If Mike Kelly did that, he'd be out of a job so fast. He'd be gone, right? He'd be gone. None of us, we wouldn't last long. I mean, the corruption. Hey, did you see, though, over the last 48 hours? The FBI tapes, the FBI text messages. Trump was right. The one guy says, Trump was right. He was right. You shouldn't be doing this. Trump was right. He was like the honest one. But they brought him along. We need insurance. We have to get insurance for this. This is wrong what we're doing. Trump was right. It turned out that it was a whole big disinformation deal. And you know who the guilty party is? The Democrats and Hillary. They were the ones that dealt with Russia. It wasn't us, which we've been saying for a long time. No, these text messages just came out. Did you see that? They just came out. So we went through 2.5 years of a lot of work, and they ruined a lot of people. Look at General Flynn. Look at what happened. Those messages about General Flynn last night just came out. They knew he was innocent. And they said, we want Flynn in order to get Trump. We want Flynn. They were after Trump. It came out loud and clear. They were after Trump. I'll tell you what, we got to get back to Congress and go after these people. These people are sick. They're sick. It was a whole big con job with Shifty Schiff and the whole group. Shifty Schiff, he gets up and says a totally different thing than what I said. Totally different. And they say, sir, you can't go after him because he's shielded, because he made the speech. He totally lied. He made it in Congress, and he can say anything. See, it should be the opposite. When you're in Congress, you should be more honest. What a sleazebag he is, right? He always... What a sleazebag he is. What a jerk. What a jerk. We got to deal with people like that. I'll tell you. How do you come together with people like that? They're totally dishonest, because I want the country to come together. You know, we were coming together until we got hit with the plague from China. We were coming together. I was getting calls from stone cold, radical left, hardline Democrats. Let's start talking. I'm telling you, because we had the best unemployment numbers we ever had, the best economy, best stock market, although the stock market right now is just about there, right? Success will bring us together. Then we got hit with the plague from China, and now we have to do it all over again. It's make America great again. But we saved millions of lives by doing what we did. When asked about fracking, Sleepy Joe Biden said that he would make sure it's eliminated. This was just a little while ago. Then he gets the nomination. He goes, well, I didn't think fracking's that bad. It's amazing, isn't it? That's what you call a really dishonest, dumb politician. A dumb guy, a dumb guy. Always known as a dumb guy. But we look forward to seeing him in the debate. He's got a lot more experience. He's got 47 years. I've got 3.5 years. So we'll see. But he's got 47 years of experience. You know, I always sort of smile when he said, like, critics, we should have done this, we should have done that, we should have, all these things, right? I said, why didn't you do them? He's been there for, and it's not like he left 20 years ago. 47 years, and he left 3.5 years ago, right? So why the hell didn't you do them? Now he went, it's all these great ideas. That's a real beauty. Days ago, Biden reiterated his pledge to require net zero carbon emissions, which he doesn't have any idea what that means. Shutting down all fracking and sending you jobs overseas like they've been doing. I'm bringing you jobs back. They're all coming back. And I'll keep your jobs in Pennsylvania where they belong. That's where they belong, what they've done to you and other states. Joe Biden's agenda would also be a nightmare for Pennsylvania seniors. Do we have any seniors here? Don't raise your hand. Do we have any seniors? Not too. Look how few people raise their hands. I can see some seniors. We're proud of it, right? For years, Biden tried to cut Social Security and Medicare. You know that. He wants to go. You know what's going to happen? They're going to go with socialized medicine if they ever got in. Remember Obama when he said, and by the way, Obama knew all about the scam. He knew all about this coup. He knew all about spying on my campaign. He knew everything. Somebody said, well, we can't go. You know, they have him called. They have him called. Remember I said they were spying on my campaign a long time ago. The internet blew up. How dare he say that? How dare it turned out to be true? And then it was the coup because I got in. Now they said, all right, he got in. We couldn't stop him. Now we're going to try taking it away. Can you believe it? This is the USA. No, seriously, can you believe it? And we caught him. All these text messages. And from what I hear, they have some real beauties coming out over the next couple of days. So stay tuned. But somebody said, oh, you can't do that. He was president. Well, I'm president, too, and they would not stop, I promise. These people are sick. They're bad people. Remember when Biden said, when I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security. He meant this. He said, when I argued and he wanted to freeze all this federal spending, he's not going to take care of your Medicare. He's not going to take care of your Social Security. And if he gets in, he's going to have nothing to say because the radical left will control it. And he's going to do socialized medicine as sure as you're sitting or standing there. I can't even tell the hell difference. You're sitting. Isn't it nice we got seats for people? Who would do that? Look at all the police back there. What, are they the greatest? They're great people. We got so many endorsements, I don't even talk about them anymore. We have so many police endorsements. New York City's finest. Never did it before. They endorse me. They endorse us for president. They could solve that problem in New York. All they'd have to do is let them do their job and don't take $1 billion away and fire some of the best people on the force, which is what they did. We got Chicago. Think of that. Chicago police endorsed me. How about that? That's not easy to do. You're dealing with radical left people. We got endorsed by all the sheriffs in Florida, all law enforcement in Florida. We got endorsed by Texas, Oklahoma. We got endorsed by... Does anybody know of any police area or group that has not endorsed us? We're looking for them. We're looking for them. Now Biden is pledging to give federal health care to illegal aliens, which is decimating Medicare. Just so you understand, we all have heart. We want to help people. But the problem is when you say that, people that never even thought of coming to the United States say, let's go. Where are we going? We get free education. We get free Medicare, free health care. And then I jokingly said one time, everybody gets a beautiful brand new Rolls Royce. And CNN said, he lied. He said that all illegal immigrants get a $750,000 car. It's true. They said he lied. I didn't. I was only kidding. They said I lied over the Rolls Royce. They all said, do you remember when I said, Russia, if you're listening, find her emails, or whatever the hell I said. Find her emails. And then we all laughed together. 25,000 people in the stadium on television. Look at all the cameras on television. Look at those people. Look at all those red lights that are going on. They're standing in the rain just like I am, and they don't like it. But do you remember? But the problem is they cut it off exactly before we all started to laugh together, right? And for 2 years they've been saying he dealt with Russia. He asked Russia to please get her emails or whatever the hell we were asking for. Russia, if you're listening, please get, the whole place cracks up along with me. In fact, they cut off my last word. You know, they got to cut it short because they don't want to see any sign. This is how dishonest is. They are really, I'll tell you, they are so bad for the country. But I'll take it back for right now, because right now it's live all over the place. We'll let it go. You know what? Let's say it at the end instead. Because so often I'll say, you know, they're CNN, they're totally corrupt, they're fake, and you see the light go off the red like... And I said, I got to stop saying that. You think it's wet enough out here? They all said, sir, would you need a hat? I said, what the hell hat is going to match this beautiful tie that I've just... I got a red one. I don't know, red and whatever the hell color this is. Red is not going to go well with this color. No, it's fine. I like saying the rain with my friends from Pennsylvania. I don't care. We're in the rain together. Right? We're in the rain together. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we're in the rain together. That's all right. We'll stay out here all night if we have to, right? But I'll tell you, so many interesting things are going on. When I look at their plans, did you see their plans, the manifesto? That's the Bernie Sanders and AOC manifesto. So normally when you negotiate with communists, because I don't think it's social. Haven't they gone over I don't think it's, this is no longer socialism. We're dealing with worse than socialism. This is communism. But when you deal with socialist communism, you know, you're supposed to bring them a little bit to the right? You know, you're a Democrat, they started with a plan and they went further left. This plan is the most horrible. We call it the manifesto. Bernie Sanders, crazy Bernie. But you know the one thing they agree with us on trade, because we are being ripped off by so many countries. I've stopped a lot of it. I mean, I had to devote a lot of time to a fake impeachment. Now you see how fake the impeachment was. What about Biden's son getting $3.5 million, right? From the wife of the mayor of Moscow. And then they say Donald Trump is dealing with Russia. Donald Trump, I never even made a call. Donald Trump is dealing. This guy got $3.5 million from the wife of the mayor of Moscow. What the hell was that for? Probably his great experience and energy, but he didn't have that. And then it revealed yesterday that he got a lot more money from China than we thought. And he got a lot more money, right? It's just all stuff. It's like perfect. It's like unbelievable. But he got a lot more money from China. And the 83 or 63,000 a month that he was getting, now it looks like it was 183,000 a month. And he got an upfront payment of $3 million from Ukraine. And this is because of his great knowledge of energy, but he had none. They said, do you know anything about energy? No, I don't happen to know anything. Oh. And then the father called for the prosecutor, get him out or you're not getting your $1 billion from the United States. Whoa, they got him out and here's your $1 billion. That's not a quid pro quo, right? But a perfect phone call is a quid pro quo where nothing was right. It's a disgrace. Well, hopefully we're getting to the bottom of all that stuff because we got plenty. Biden's plan for mass amnesty would bankrupt your Social Security system. And you remember me when I got elected, they all said, oh, he's going to hurt. They love to say that. He's going to hurt because they give disinformation. They say a lie, like the soldiers and the graves, and they put it in. Can you imagine? No animal that I know would say that. Nobody. They make up a lie, and then they go with it. Social Security, they said 4 years ago. Now they say it again. He will, by the way, your Social Security, we never touched it, not even touched it. They said, he will destroy your Social Security. No, they will destroy it because they'll destroy your country and your Social Security will be worthless. That's what's going to happen. In just 3.5 years, we've secured America's borders, rebuilt the awesome power of the U.S. military, obliterated 100% of the ISIS caliphate, fixed our disastrous trade deals, and brought jobs back home to America and back home to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Under 16 years of presidents, Obama and Bush, household income rose only $2,945. These are right out of the book. So 16 years, less than 3,000. In 3 years, with us, it rose 6,483, so much less than half the time. And if you include energy savings, how do you like paying those $2 for gasoline and even less? How do you like that? And your electric bill's way down. We're #1 in the world. How do you like that? If you include that, it's $10,000. That's over 3 years, 3.5 years. We lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty, which is a record. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and now we are very, very rapidly, you see the numbers, happening all over again. We've added a historic 10.6 million jobs in the last 4 months. There's never been a record like that. We've added more jobs at any time, 4 months, not even close. And to fight the China virus, we launched the largest national mobilization since World War II. You know, they said, how did you do? I said, we get an A+. But I get a D in public relations because we were so busy working. And, you know, when you give it to the fake news, they report it incorrectly. So I figured, what's the use of even dealing with it? We did a job, including ventilators that nobody had. You know, we took over. The cupboards were bare when we took over. We pioneered life-saving therapies, reducing the fatality rate 85% since April. Who ever heard of that? And Europe, which is having a big surge right now. You know, they used to use Europe. Oh, look how Europe's doing. We're doing well. And we don't want them to have a surge. Europe has had almost a 50% greater excess mortality rate than the United States. You don't want to hear that. They don't want to tell you that. Our early and aggressive action saved millions of lives through Operation Warp Speed. We will develop and distribute a vaccine in record time. We're going to have it very, very soon. They're very upset with the vaccine. They're very upset with the vaccine because it's happening too soon. They don't want it now. Even though it's saving lives, it's going to save tremendous lives. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear about the therapies. They just want to get through the election. I heard one state, did you hear this? We're going to open up our schools on November 6th. Oh, I told you that, right? Everything's, don't worry about it, Pennsylvania. Your state's going to be open like on November 4th. This was some idiot, and now they're excoriating this person that said it. They're excoriating the person that said it. We're going to open up our schools on November 6th, or latest November 9th. Oh, that's nice. Got to open your schools. You got to open up your state. Open it up. The ones that are doing well are the ones that opened it up. We will crush the virus. Our opponents will crush America, and that's what it's about, too. They will. They will deliver a crippling shutdown and a steep You will have, if Sleepy Joe Biden becomes president, first of all, you're going to have a massive tax increase. You're going to see interest rates go through the ceiling. You will have a depression, the likes of which this country has never seen before, and I'm including 1929. That was a pretty bad one, all right? That's what's going to happen. I hope I don't get a chance to be tested, because I don't want to be tested. I don't want to have him and say, see, I was right. Because with us, you're going to have incredible prosperity. We're cutting taxes, and we're growing fast. I'm delivering a safe vaccine in record time. That's the other thing with the vaccine. Because of me and the FAA, they're approving things in a fraction of the time. You wouldn't have had a vaccine if you had to go through that obsolete process. You wouldn't have had a vaccine for 2.5 more years. On November 3rd, Pennsylvania will decide whether we end the pandemic, defeat the virus, and return to record prosperity, or whether we allow Sleepy Joe Biden to kill the recovery, delay the vaccine, impose a $4 trillion tax hike, destroy your suburbs. Everyone's talking about me in the suburbs. I knocked out the regulation that allows low-income housing in the suburbs. And then I hear, oh, the people in the suburbs don't like me. You better like me, because you're going to have, your suburbs aren't going to be so great. They say that women in the suburbs, I made the mistake. I said housewives living in the suburbs. They said, oh, that's politically incorrect, okay? I got killed for that. I used the word housewife. Is that an unacceptable term? I don't know. They're all saying no. I said the housewives in the suburbs, and they said, oh, what a horrible thing to say. But women, let's be politically correct, women and men in the suburbs, they're changing the zoning so they can build. That's what it is. They're changing your zoning. It was a rule, a regulation that was a disaster. And I called my people. I said, I want to terminate it. They said, sir, we can't do that. Let's just amend it. We'll make it much. No, you don't understand. I don't want to amend it. I want to terminate it. Yes, sir. And we terminated it. We terminated it. But if you believe the fake suburb polls, I don't think people in the suburbs know that I did that. I don't think they know that I did it. You know, they say, we want Sleepy Joe Biden. Why? Why do you want him? First of all, you're not getting him. You're getting this maniac who was falling like a rock in the polls. He picked somebody that he should have never picked. She was so bad to him. She said such bad things about him. I'm not going to pick somebody that says bad. And then on top of it, right? 15, 14, 13, 10, 8, 7. Then she went up back to 8. She had a big week, and then she went back down. And she got out at 1 or 2. She quit before Iowa, right? And then they had the Iowa primaries, and because they used these crazy ballots, nobody ever found out who won. And now they want to use it on a scale that's 1,000 times bigger for our country. 80 million ballots. 80 million ballots. They couldn't count a small number, but now they count. And then they had the race in New York. Carolyn Maloney, terrible, terrible congresswoman. And they took it away from the guy that was beating her, or would have beat her. But they're missing massive. You know, it's not like they're missing 1%, which would be unacceptable. You know, 1%, you can win by 1%, right? You can win by 1/10 of 1%. But they're losing, like, there was one area, I think 41% of the ballots were missing. 41! These people are crazy. This is going to be a disaster. And all I'm asking is people go out to vote, and stop with this nonsense, because we're going to be counting ballots for the next 2 years. And I don't want to end up in the Supreme Court, and I don't want to go back to Congress either. Even though we have an advantage if we go back to Congress. Does everyone understand that? I think it's 26 to 22 or something, because it's counted 1 vote per state. So we actually have an advantage. Oh, they're going to be thrilled to hear that. I'm sure they're trying to figure out how can we break that one. Biden wants to confiscate your guns and indoctrinate your children with poisonous anti-American lies in schools, right? To combat the toxic left-wing propaganda in our schools, I announced last week that we are launching a new pro-American lesson plan for students called the 1776 Commission. Right? We'll teach our children the truth about America, that we are the most exceptional nation on the face of the earth, and we are only getting better. We're getting better. This is a healing process. This is the most important election we've ever had, I'm telling you. You know, I used to say, like, even a couple of months ago, well, you know, how do you, like, 2016, that was pretty exciting, right? Was that exciting? Was that the coolest night? Trump is winning Florida. He's winning North Carolina. He's winning Pennsylvania. He's winning Michigan. He's winning Wisconsin. He's winning everything. What the hell is going on? And people crying, they're crying. The anchors, the non-biased anchors are crying. Oh. I watched an interview with a person on MSDNC. I don't watch it much, but I watch because Sleepy Joe was on. And she's like, did you see that interview yesterday? It was like, and she's very tough, very tough. She's very nasty. And she's feeding him. Can't answer it. So what she's doing is, no, isn't it true? Yes. Isn't it true that Trump is a horrible human being? Yes, as we discussed before, it's true, isn't it? This was the worst, most obvious, and this was a killer. This person is very tough. It is so rigged. The whole thing is rigged. We got to beat the system, and we're beating the system. Sometimes I'll look and I'll have somebody in the office that's corrupt, corrupt media person, and I'll be sitting there complaining how unfair it is. And then I'll be sitting in the Oval Office, but I'll be saying how unfair it is. Then I'll look around the Oval Office. I say, wait a minute. It's unfair, but, we're in the Oval Office and you're not. Eh? And I stop complaining, Mike. I said, this is the Oval Office, isn't it? Joe Biden has surrendered his party to the flag burners, rioters, the anti-police radicals, the anarchists. His running mate urged supporters to donate to a fund that bailed out rioters out of jail, including an attempted cop killer. Let's get him out of jail. 13 members of Biden's staff donated to the same fund. They donated a lot of money, too. We want to get these people out. We want to be called in. You saw what we did in Minneapolis. When they called us like a week and a half too late. We went in. How long did that take? About a half hour. It was over. We brought in the National Guard. We told Seattle, we're coming in. And they left that night. We're all set to go in. I was so disappointed. I was disappointed. We were going to make a big statement, but we couldn't because they said, okay. They left. Shouldn't have told them. Next time, don't tell them, please. And, if you look at Portland, what a mess, right? That's an anarchist. That's sort of like a difference. Chicago's a mess. New York, what they've let happen to New York. And we have these great police in Chicago, New York. They can do the job. Just let them do the job. It's terrible. But you look at Portland. Portland is anarchist. And you had the guy 2 weeks ago. Remember, he shot and killed the young man in the middle of the street. Just shot him like I don't want to even say like what, because his parents are so devastated. A young man, and they shot him and killed him. This one guy, this one animal. And 2.5, that's right, over his hat. Not our hat, it was another hat. It was a Christian hat. It was a Christian hat. He was a Christian. He was a Christian. And they shot him, killed him instantly. And this guy that shot him, everybody knew who he was, right? And I said, after 2 days, where is he? Did you arrest him? No, we didn't. After 2.5 days, did you arrest him? And then I put out on social media, why didn't you arrest him? And you know what? The U.S. Marshals saw it. They went in, and he pulled a gun on him. And 15 minutes, it was all over. None of our guys were hurt, and he was gone. This guy was a stone-cold killer, and yet they say he was a protester. Not a protester, an anarchist and a killer. And the U.S. Marshals, thank you. That was an incredible job they did. Brave. But the U.S. Marshals, we could solve that problem so easy. We'd put them in there so easy, but they don't want, the governor doesn't want them. The governor wants to leave it that way. Can you imagine what a mess that was? This is for many, this is for years that's been going on in Portland. I said, what do the streets look like? They said, you wouldn't believe it. People put up 2x4 storefronts. They don't want to buy new because they know somebody's going to knock them down within 2 weeks. It's a terrible thing. The Democrat Party's war on cops is putting our police officers at risk. As president, I will always stand with the heroes of law enforcement, all right? You see how much the people love you? They really do. You know, you don't hear that. You don't hear that. But the people love and respect the job you do. You know, you don't hear it because these maniacs right back there, they don't know what they're writing. But they do love you and respect you so much. So thank you very much. But that's why law enforcement organizations around the country, all organizations, that's why they're endorsing me and strongly opposing my opponent and the radical left. And my opponent, again, is controlled like a puppet by these people, by these crazy people. I'm proud to have received the first ever unanimous endorsement from the largest police union in the world, the Fraternal Order of Police. Right? Largest in the world. And we're joined tonight by their president, a fantastic guy, friend of mine, Pat Yos, and several hundred of their brave officers. Pat, come on up here, Pat.
Mr. President, thank you. You know, across this nation, there are some 800,000 police officers put on a uniform every day, men and women who go into communities and place their own safety at risk to protect our communities across America. And it seems like overnight, people have turned their back on America's law enforcement. We went from public servants to public enemies overnight because many politicians turned their back on us. You, sir, have never turned your back on America's law enforcement. So, sir, I am here to tell you that on behalf of America's largest law enforcement organization, rank and file police organization, we give you our unanimous and enthusiastic endorsement, and we will not turn our back on you. Together, we are going to make America safe again. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. November 3rd, get out there and vote. And keep your eyes open if you see any shenanigans, which you probably will. Okay, if you see people like dumping things, flushing things, if you see people dropping them in a waste paper basket, 7 or 8 right in a waste paper, keep your eyes open. This is a smart group of people right here. Also with us are a group of warriors from Washington that are fantastic, that love you. And we'll start Dan Muser. Dan, thank you very much, Dan. Dan, where's Dan? That's not a very good location, Dan. That's not like you. Thank you, Dan. Congressman Scott Perry. Scott. Thank you, Scott. Great job. These are warriors, I'm telling you. They fight as hard as you can fight, every one of them. Lloyd Smucker. Lloyd. Thank you. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you. Thank you, Lloyd. Great job. Congressman Fred Keller. Thank you, Fred. Great job. The great John Joyce. Thanks, John. And a real good friend of mine and somebody that I'll tell you, he's as tough as they come and he loves Pennsylvania, Mike Kelly. Thank you, Mike. You like having these guys by your side? Also a man, sort of a legend, I would say, around here. He told me a long time ago, 4 years ago, he told me, you're going to win. I said, how do you know? He said, I know, I can tell. He said, I see people with Trump stuff on that never cared about a politician in their life. Now they got the hat and the sash and the belt and the shoes. He said, I've never seen, he called it a long time ago. Former congressman, we got to get him back in, I guess. Well, he left because he had a lot of good things to do, but he's fantastic. Oh, we got to get him back. Lou Barletta. Great guy. And we have a congressional candidate who I hear is leading, Jim Bognet. Where's Jim? Jim, I hear you leading, Jim. You'll get involved. You have my total endorsement, okay? You know that. Total endorsement for Jim. My Pennsylvania campaign chair, Bernie Comfort. Bernie, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Bernie. Great guy. Great. What a great job, huh? Wow, have you done a job? Thank you. How are we doing, by the way, Bernie? You have done a job. Thank you very much. And also, State GOP Chairman, a friend of mine for a long time, Lawrence Tabus. Lawrence, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a great group of people. Thank you all. We're going to have a big victory. Lawrence, you agree with Bernie, right? I think we're going to have a big, big victory. Bigger than even 4 years ago. That was good, you know. Remember, they wouldn't announce it? We were like a point up, which, you know, some people say is a lot. I think we'll do a lot better this time. Because at that time, I said I was going to do things, but, you know, it's like a lot of people say things. Now I've accomplished more than I ever said I would in the campaign. So it's simple. But I think we're going to have the kind of numbers that people are going to be very surprised at. We've spent the last 4 years reversing the damage Joe Biden inflicted over his 47 years in politics, along with his other friends. He championed every globalist portrayal of Pennsylvania for almost half a century. He supported NAFTA, got rid of that one. South Korea renegotiated that one. TPP got out of that one. And China's entry into the World Trade Organization, which he said was a wonderful thing. No, it wasn't. It was a terrible thing. That's when China took off like a rocket ship. But you know what? China was going to overtake us for 10 years. They said 2019, they're going to overtake. Guess what? We way outdid them in 18 and 19. And we picked up. If you have somebody smart, you got to have somebody smart. But if you have somebody smart in this position, your president, they'll never overtake you. They'll never, ever over you. They have more people, but they'll never overtake you. You have somebody smart. Biden's NAFTA and China deals wiped out 1/3 of your state's manufacturing jobs. You know that better than anybody. Biden shouldn't be asking for your vote. He should be begging for your forgiveness. That's a little hokey. But we'll talk. In a true sense, this election is a choice between Pennsylvania and China, or whatever state we're talking about in China. But we're doing well. You know, it's interesting. We signed a great deal. The farmers have done more business in the last 2-3 weeks. Biggest corn orders ever, the biggest soybean, biggest cattle, biggest beef orders. But, you know, it doesn't mean as much to me. The ink wasn't even dry and the plague came over, Mike, right? It wasn't even dry. It just doesn't mean what it would have meant. We made a great deal, but it doesn't mean the same anymore because they could have stopped it from coming here. If Biden wins, China wins, and where's Hunter wins? Where's Hunter? Where's Hunter? This guy walks into China, walks out with $1.5 billion to manage. And the most sophisticated guys in Wall Street, and I know them, they're smart, they can't do that. And it took them 10 minutes, walked out with $1.5 billion to manage. You make millions of dollars a year on that. When we win, Pennsylvania wins, and America wins, and that's what's happening. For decades, our politicians spent trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars in areas and countries that you never even heard of. and defending foreign borders. But now we're finally protecting our nation, rebuilding our cities, and we are bringing our jobs, our factories, and our troops back home to the USA where they belong. Now our opponents are pledging to rejoin the job-killing Paris Climate Accord, a disaster for our country. It was meant to hurt us. It was meant really to take advantage of us. We would have spent trillions of dollars. You would have ended up closing a lot of your plants and factories. And I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get out of this crazy deal. And I did. I said, oh, they're going to kill me. You know what? The people got it. They understood it. It was ripping off our country because we have things that they don't have, like unbelievable wealth under our ground. They don't want us to use it. Oh, that's nice. That's a wonderful thing. Thank you very much. I withdrew from that catastrophe because I was elected to fight for Pennsylvania, not for Paris. And we're putting America first. Been a long time, right? From day one, I put America first. To defend our workers, I imposed tariffs on foreign aluminum and foreign steel. I saved our auto industry by withdrawing from the horrible Trans-Pacific Partnership. Would have killed what I've done for Michigan, in particular, also Pennsylvania, but what I've done for them with autos, forget it. They're building 17 or expanding 17 different plants. They hadn't built one in 42 years, and we're building a lot of them. We have countries, you want to do business with us, go in and build auto plants. I ended the NAFTA nightmare and signed the brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement into law, which is great. And you're not going to be losing companies to Mexico and Canada. Very disadvantageous for them to do that. I took the toughest ever action to stand up to China's rampant theft of Pennsylvania's jobs. I proudly signed a historic executive order making it official government policy to buy American and hire American. Now, I watched Biden 2 weeks ago. What's going on? This lid, you know what a lid is? He keeps putting, Bernie, keeps putting a lid. He's got a lid. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, a lid means you're out for the day. That means the fake news media can go home. You know, they've got the easiest job I've ever seen. They never have to work. The media, please go home. There won't be any activity from sleepy Joe Biden today. He's a low-energy individual. Now, you know, you need a president with a lot of energy. You deal with President Xi of China, President Putin of Russia, Kim Jong-un. Remember, we're going to be in a war with North Korea, right? What happened? What happened to the war? What happened? We didn't do anything. Same, you know, we didn't do anything. But millions of people could have been killed in that nuclear war. Probably would have been nuclear. But look at it, right? You know, getting along with these foreign nations is not a bad thing. They say, oh, he gets along, yeah. I asked Obama, I was sitting, he told me the biggest problem we had was North Korea. And he was telling me why, he was telling me lots of horror stories. I said, excuse me, have you ever tried calling him? And I got nominated for 2 Nobel Peace Prizes. Can you believe it? One is for Israel and Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates, right? And by the way, many countries are coming in. They're all calling, no, we want to come in. They're going to all come in. No more blood in the sand. No, we just did it smart. We reversed it. The art of the deal. It's the art of common sense, let me tell you. We reversed it. And many countries are going to come in. And I told the story the other night. Then I got one for Kosovo and Serbia. They've been killing each other for many years, just killing each other. They don't get along. They don't. They're sort of like the Palestinians and Israel. Sort of have two. I have Kosovo and you know, we're dealing with both of them. I said to them, why are you fighting and killing each other. They have a lot of differences, including a religious difference, I guess. I said, what are you doing? And we trade with both, so we have certain power. So I said, listen, let's get a deal. Let's make economic peace and ultimately peace. They came to my office, the Oval Office, to sign. They were hugging. They were so, it was a beautiful thing to see. We saved a lot of lives. And I told this last night. I said to my great First Lady, our great First Lady, Melania. I said, Melania, First Lady. I said, First Lady, I'm going to watch television tonight. I'm going to come home early. Because let me tell you, 6:30 is very early. I stay in there late. But I'm going to come home early. I'm going to show you what a great job. I just got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. And we're going to sit there and I'm going to just soak it in, darling. Let's turn on NBC Fake News. Lester Holt. Number 2 rated show. He's number 2, heading south. I find NBC to be worse than the other two. They spend all that money on their PR, and I screwed up in one evening like this. Because when Obama got it, nobody knew what he got it for, including him. Remember, they said, what did you get it for? I don't know. That's how different. We have to work harder. He got a Nobel Prize, and he didn't have any idea why he got it. And then he started dropping bombs 2 weeks later on some place that didn't work out. Couldn't work out because he had John Kerry negotiating, who was the worst. Incompetent. Now, it's so sad that Iran, that horrible deal. That was a fast plane. That must have been one of the new ones we just bought, you know. We have all new equipment. That was scary. If I'm the enemy, I don't want to hear that sound. But I said to our First Lady, turn on the television. Turn it on, darling. There's going to be a big evening. I toast you, but I don't drink, darling. Just don't drink. Not so bad. So we turned it on, and they did a story on the weather. It was raining heavily in a certain area. Then they did a story on something else, and something else. Then they went into another story, then another. Then they had a commercial that lasted for about 9 minutes. Even though, you know, they're not supposed to make money. They're using our free airways for fake news, okay? They're using free airways. Think about that. We're thinking about that. We're thinking about that. Why are they using free airwaves to give fake news? So it came toward the end. I said, darling, I'm a little embarrassed. But the following day, I got nominated for another one. I called her up. I said, you know, maybe they forgot. So let's go home and turn on the television. It was the same thing. They had another story that this time they're cleaning up the rain. Another one. Got to the commercial, never ended. Got back a little tiny piece, and I said they didn't cover 2 Nobel Prizes. I got 2 in 1 week. Did you ever hear that one? For different things, totally unrelated. And my only complaint is I should have gotten about 7 or 8, because if you knew some of the other things I'd done are much better. I should have gotten 7. But the fake news never even put it on. And somebody had a show where they said the amount of time devoted to Donald Trump's Nobel Peace Prize, 2 of them, 0 on the network, 0. Then the amount of time devoted to something else that was negative for somebody in the Republican Party, like infinite. It is so disgraceful. They're so bad. But we just have to keep on winning. You know, there's nothing like winning. Just keep on winning. Keep on winning. See, now they'll tell that story differently. They won't tell it as, you know, we do it in fun. Because I understand them. You have to laugh. If you can't laugh, you'd be out of here fast, right? Like Beto when he said, I was born to run for president. That was the other. On a magazine. He was on a fake magazine, Vanity Fair, which is dying. That sucker is dying. Boy, those magazines are going down fast. But he was on a fake magazine, Vanity Fair, I think. And he started saying about, you know, he had a good week. And he started saying, I was born to do this. I was born to run for president. I said, he's not going to last very long. And about 2 weeks later, it was over. He was put in charge of taking your guns away, though, by Biden. You know that, right? Beto. Beto. How do you get the name Beto? He needed a little Spanish because his last name is Beto O'Rourke. Where does the Beto come from? Another phony deal going on there. To protect American workers during the pandemic, I suspended the entry of foreign workers who threaten U.S. jobs, and we will always care for our citizens first. Biden's pledge to terminate these protections and give away your jobs. Under my administration, we've achieved the most secure border in U.S. history. And we are just finishing that beautiful wall, 340 miles. 340. They don't talk about the wall. Build that wall. Build that wall. They don't talk about the wall. I got sued by Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy. I got sued. And I made one big mistake in the wall. I always say we have to build the wall, build the wall, build the wall, right? I should have just said very simply, we will not build the wall. The money would have come pouring in. They would have insisted that we build it. And remember, walls work. Remember when they said walls don't work? Walls don't work. They want to give us drones so we can watch the people pour across the border. Drones. Put a drone half a mile up in the air. You can watch everybody come into the United States. No, remember that, though? They said walls. But two things work, and I say it all the time. You know, when you come up, when you're a brilliant scientist, you develop a new chip, you develop a new laptop or computer. In about 3 weeks, it's obsolete. It's worthless, right? A wall will never be obsolete. And what else won't be obsolete? A wheel. There's two things that will never be obsolete. A wall and a wheel. Everything else, trouble. Now, we're up to 330 miles. We're averaging 10 miles a week. It's everything the Border Patrol guys, I got them in. I said, fellas, could you give me a little less expensive version, please? But we have a great wall going, and it'll be finished very soon. But the press doesn't talk about the wall anymore. They don't want to talk. It's not a good subject for them. Since 2017, ICE has successfully arrested 500,000 illegal aliens with criminal records, including over 145,000 assaults, over 40,000 sex offenses, and 5,000 killings. I want to thank ICE. Boy, they get beat up. They get beat up by the media. They're incredible. You would have, think of the hundreds of thousands of people they take out of here, real bad ones too, murderers, killers, drug dealers. By contrast, Joe Biden supports open borders, zero deportations, that's in the manifesto, and sanctuary cities that release violent criminal aliens. That's what they are. They protect the criminal, not our people. If you want to end sanctuary cities, you have only one choice, and that's vote Republican. You know how bad it is. You know, all of these places that you're reading about, all of them, they're all Democrat-run cities and states, all of them. They're all Democrat-run because they have no law and order. All they have to do is call us and say, we'll be in, but they have no law and order. They have nothing. They're all Democrat-run. They're a disaster. We invested $2.5 trillion in the U.S. military and launched the first new branch of the U.S. Armed Forces in nearly 75 years, the Space Force. And that's going to be very important. I did more in 47 months than Sleepy Joe Biden did in 47 years. It's true. It's true. We killed the founder and leader of ISIS, al-Baghdadi. We took out the world's #1 terrorist and the mass murder of American troops and others, Soleimani. I withdrew from the last administration's disastrous Iran nuclear deal. They paid $150 billion for nothing. They got nothing. You know, I don't mind the 150. What I mind, they gave $1.8 billion in cash. What is 1 point? That would fill up this whole area, right? 1.8 plane loads of cash. That's when I realized that a president is very powerful. When you can do that, send that money to a foreign country and no friend, it's crazy. I kept my promise, recognized the true capital of Israel, and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. You know who likes that the most? The evangelicals like it the most. You know that? The evangelicals love it. We're just with Franklin Graham and a lot of great people. They had a very successful event at the mall today. I don't know if you heard about it. It was great. Franklin Graham, all of the top evangelical and other leaders, they were great. They were at the White House ceremony today for the justice. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. And instead of the endless wars, we are forging peace all over the Middle East. And it's costing nothing. Costing nothing. We're not killing people. No blood in the sand. You know, they're tired of fighting, by the way, just in case. Even these people that like to fight, they're tired. 19 years in Afghanistan, they're tired. They all want to sort of relax, as tough as they may be. Joe Biden opposed the mission to take out Osama bin Laden. He opposed killing Soleimani. He voted for the Iraq war. He backed the disastrous Iran nuclear deal, a total horror show. And he cheered the rise of China as a very positive development for the United States, okay? Not so positive. Now Biden is pushing the most far-left platform in the history of our country. The Biden plan would destroy Social Security and destroy protections for pre-existing conditions. You know that. They want to go socialized medicine. Socialized medicine. Go to a hospital and take care of yourself. Get rid of 180 million private plans that people love. He would terminate our travel bans on jihadist regions. We won the travel ban, remember? And increase refugee admissions 700%, opening the floodgates to radical Islamic terrorism. He wants to ban school choice and ban charter schools. Terrible. In a second term, I will provide school choice to every parent in America. A vote for Republicans is a vote for safe communities, great jobs, and a limitless future for all Americans. And in conclusion, over the next 4 years, we will make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we will end our reliance on China once and for all. About time. We will make our medical supplies right here in the United States. We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we will ban deadly sanctuary cities. We will uphold religious liberty, free speech, and the right to keep and bear arms. Second Amendment. Second Amendment. We will strike down terrorists who threaten our citizens, and we will keep America out of these endless, ridiculous, stupid foreign wars in countries that you've never even heard of. We will maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we will ensure peace through strength. You know, we rebuilt our military. You saw it, $2.5 trillion. We have weapons. Just to talk about them, the likes of which no country has ever seen before. The power, the strength, the incredible talent and engineering. We have weapons, the likes of which no country has ever seen before. We are so far advanced over every other country, and hope to God we never have to use them. And when I got here, we were a depleted, tired military with great people, but we were exhausted. We had old jet fighters. Now we have brand new F-35s that are stealth. I asked one of the pilots, how good are these planes compared to the enemy? He said, well, one difference is you can't see our planes. I said, let me ask you, I don't know too much about flying. That helps, doesn't he? He said, it really helps, sir. The guy looked like Tom Cruise, but better. Tom Cruise, but stronger. We will end surprise medical billing, require price transparency, and further reduce health insurance premiums and the cost of prescription drugs. We will strongly protect Medicare and Social Security, and we will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars very soon. And NASA has become the preeminent space center again in the world. It was tired. It was over. We will stop the radical indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. And we will live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God We Trust." Right? For years you had a president who apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the people of Pennsylvania. So get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your co-workers, and get out and vote. Most important election we've ever had. The most important we've ever had. Early voting has already begun, so don't wait. Go out and vote. From Erie to Easton, from Pittsburgh to Harrisburg, and from Allentown to right here in Middletown, we stand on the shoulders of Pennsylvania patriots who gave their blood, sweat, and tears for this beloved nation. This is an incredible place. Our whole history, so much history in Pennsylvania. This is the state where our founding fathers declared American independence. It's where the Army weathered its brutal winter at Valley Forge, where General George Washington led his men on a daring mission across the Delaware, and where our Union was saved by the heroes of Gettysburg. This is the place where generations of tough, strong Pennsylvania workers mined the coal, worked the railroads, and forged the steel that made America into the greatest and most powerful nation in the history of the world. And you haven't seen anything yet. Proud citizens like you helped build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, we're going to keep on working. We're going to keep on fighting. And we're going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Pennsylvania, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Go out and vote.
President Donald Trump is finished with his remarks, and can we stop the music, please? Thank you. President Donald Trump is finished with his remarks there in just outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in Middletown. So we get a couple days break now. We're going to be off on Sunday, Monday, and of course Tuesday night for the debates. We will be back in action on Wednesday in Duluth, Minnesota. We do anticipate that there could be another rally on the same day in Minnesota. We don't know that for certain yet. We are also looking at several other cities across the great country here as a possibility. So we'll keep you updated on that. You can check the schedule at rsbnetwork.com. We'll update it as soon as we have any more information. We will, of course, be at every single campaign rally. Should anything else come up between then, we will obviously air it here. A lot of you asking if we can broadcast the debates. We are not allowed to do that. If you are not a member of the network pool, you are not allowed to do that without buying a license for them. We are checking into that, but we'll see and keep you updated on that. So stay tuned. But we'll be back with you Wednesday from Duluth. We also will be, we're looking at, again, a possibility of having 3 or 4 more campaign events in the next week. So we'll update you. Just keep it tuned in. If you want to support us and help us get to these events, we're viewer supported. So that means we rely on your bin. Would you please change it to the sidebar there, donate? My producer, Benjamin here. We are looking we need your help. rsbnetwork.com/donate helps us to get to every single campaign rally. We've been doing this since 2015. We're a small company from Auburn, Alabama. A little background on us. We're out competing against the mainstream media every day. We did beat Fox News again tonight in the streaming ratings. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much. We are going to go back to Liz, Zoe, and Grace in Pennsylvania here in just a second. If you are interested in sponsoring us and helping us get to these rallies, you can support us at rsbnetwork.com/donate. It's rsbnetwork.com/donate. Our funds will help us to get to every single campaign event. I hope you can see the improvements in our technology. We really have been trying hard. We've been preparing for 3 years. And so this is what we were built for. If you like what you see here, make sure you subscribe, because you'll get notified of every single Trump campaign event that we go live for. And we just thank you all so much. Please continue to share the stream. It means a lot to us. We're going to be camped out in the state of Pennsylvania. We are thinking about having a crew just camped out in the state of Pennsylvania, waiting for different events to pop up there, because the Keystone State is the key, I believe, to a Trump victory in 2020. If we win Pennsylvania, we win the election. So it's that important. We are going to have several guest hosts coming up, and we'll tell you more about those later. But there are some guest hosts. I know a lot of you liked the other night with Father Frank Pavone. Did an amazing job with us in Jacksonville. So we're going to have some guest hosts come out, possibly even next week. So we hope that you'll tune in for that. We love all of our viewers. We thank all of our viewers for their support. And again, we will keep you updated on any future campaign events. We're going to go live back now to the scene in Pennsylvania with Grace, Liz, and Zoe. They're doing such a wonderful job. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you back here on Wednesday from Duluth, Minnesota. I'm Joe Seals here at the Right Side Studio in Auburn. Good night.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Right Side Broadcast Network. I am one of the 3 hostesses tonight for President Donald Trump's rally here in Pennsylvania. It was packed. The overflow was incredible. You can check all of that out on our social media handles. Before we jump into all of that and recap the event for tonight, I want to remind all of you guys that we are almost entirely viewer funded, meaning we rely on your donations to stay in business and to continue traveling this great country and showing you the rallies of President Trump while we work very hard to make sure he gets those 4 more years in office. There's a number of ways you can help support Right Side Broadcasting Network. The first one is one of the easiest, and that's by clicking the $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. Let's step forward, ladies. The second way is by going to our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. The third way is by sending a check. So this is non-electronic. You can send that check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. So just to reiterate those 3 ways that you can help support us financially. It's by donating via the YouTube Super Chat. Just click that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. By going to our website is the second way, and that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. The third way is non-electronic, and you can send a check. Moderators, if you don't mind dropping all those addresses in the chat room down below, we do appreciate it so much. We need your help now more than ever. We have a lot of rallies coming up, including one on the 30th, so just days away, this Wednesday in Duluth, Minnesota. And we might have a special guest for you guys, so stay tuned to find out more. I'm going to toss it over to Zoe, who's got a few more announcements, and then Grace.
Thank you, Liz. Well, I had an exciting time. As you guys can see, I had to grab my hat because we had a little bit of rain that came in. But just want to thank you guys for showing your support. Another way that you guys can do that, and that's by checking out what we have. It's called Disney Coins, checking them out. These are coins that are made by American people who love America. These coins are made in 20, well, actually they have 20 different styles right now, but they come out with 2 different styles every month. These coins are, of course, themed, President Trump themed, you know, and I think that they will be a great addition to any gift that you might possibly have for a family member, or Christmas is coming up. So get these coins for your loved ones. These coins are, they come in silver, genuine silver, and it looks like copper as well. Also, 10% of the the proceeds that comes in from the coins, any of the coins that are purchased, 10% of that goes to conservative organizations. So not only are you getting a little gift for yourself or your loved ones, but you're also supporting conservative organizations such as ourselves as well. So you guys can go ahead and do that. That is at www.dismecoins.com. That's www.dismecoins.com. Again, Grace, did you enjoy tonight? For sure. I mean, this is what, your third time, exactly. So it's so much to like take in, and now that it's all done, we're ready for the next one and ready to get on the road again and bring it to you guys. So do you have anything else to add before we close it?
Yes, I will read off a few of the donations. I'll try to get through as many as I can. Let's see who we have. Thank you to Josie Walisa. You girls rock, all American girls and patriots. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you to Dream Forever for the cute little dancer. Thank you to A Day in the Life 54. Keep it up. We will. Thank you to Mitchell Davidson. Love RSBN. He says thank you. Thank you to Wayne Mitnick. Thank you to Chris Michael Harris. Motran. Grace, I will meet you at the Chapel of Love in Las Vegas. Whoa, that's his hometown. I have family in Vegas, so I will be around there soon. Thank you to Carl Peterson, simply the best. Thank you, RSBN, Patriots United win. Trump 2020 all the way, WWG1 WGA. One of these days I'll have that memorized, but until then, please keep messaging me so I get more practice. Liz, back to you.
All right, thank you, Grace. Yeah, it was a very rainy rally here today. President Trump made a few announcements saying he doesn't mind the rain. He loves being with his great friends from Pennsylvania, and that caused a lot of excitement. The audience automatically stood up. They started cheering and applauding him. They were very happy to be with him. It was almost like they were seeing a long-lost friend. So I would say another successful rally for the Trump campaign, and we're excited to see many more. Just to reiterate, Right Side Broadcasting Network relies on you guys for your support, not just financially, but also to follow us and show your support on social medias. And we just want you guys to keep watching and to encourage you to continue sharing this. So make sure you continue to follow us on Instagram, on Twitter at RSB Network. Make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube. It's so difficult being a conservative news outlet, fighting against the mainstream media and the big tech censorship that goes against being a conservative voice. So by subscribing to us and turning your notifications on YouTube, you'll get alerted when we go live, and that really helps when those notifications get pushed out. Sometimes, a lot of the times, 9 out of 10, we're hidden in search results and whatnot. So it's just a way to continue making sure that these rallies are successful. We have got to work hard, and we've got to get this message out to as many people as possible. I'm going to let all of us give our handles and our names really quick because there's so many questions about who these new beautiful faces are. We're getting Zoe back out on the road more and more, and we're so excited to finally have her availability. I'm Liz Willis, LizWillis. I'm on Instagram at Liz Willis, and I'm on Twitter at Liz Willis with an underscore. Follow me on both. Happy to interact with you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Liz. So, ways that you guys can follow me, my platform, Facebook, you can search Zosobe, Zosobe, and then on Instagram, if you go to Instagram, it's the same thing, Zosobe, Zosobe, and of course, www.zoebethel.com as well. I'm working on that, so just give us some time. Yes, I'm becoming official, guys. So, of course, I'll be checking tonight. We like to, after the fact, we kind of like to get around and like look at all the comments and kind of like admire the things. We actually just reposted one of the fan photos that someone made, which is super cute. But that's the way that you guys can follow me. I appreciate all the comments and everything. And Grace, for you?
For me, my name is Grace Saldana. You guys can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Parler at Grace Saldana, GraceSaldana. Thank you, guys.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for tonight. We'll see you live from Duluth, Minnesota on September 30th. God bless and good night.
Okay, ladies, thank you. Wonderful job again. One more time, thank you, moderators. Again, I forget sometimes because we have so much going on here, but thank you all so much for volunteering your time, for helping us here. It means a lot to us, and we appreciate you more than you know. We have 5.5 weeks left, and we are going to go all out. So everybody stay tuned. We'll be back from Duluth next Wednesday and many more to come. Have a great weekend. Good night.